Okay, alright. We are live. Thank you for listening, guys. Mm, mm. Okay, Francis. Yes, it's not doing the 2 Okay, check that. Oh, oh,
Team on three, 1, 2, 3. Go Eagles.
Okay, check 1, 2. Oh, that sounds much better. Check 1, 2. Move it!
If you just joined us on the webcam here,
from southwestern Kansas. And no, we did not just stand outside and blow down here. We did actually have to press the accelerator to get down 83 or 25 or whatever route you may take from Colby to Ulysses for the GWAC opener for both the Ulysses Tigers and the Colby Eagles. It is Colby Eagle basketball on the air tonight on 100.3 The Ride. It is the league opener, the first game against a league opponent that will count in the league standings, and it's between the Ulysses Tigers and the Colby Eagles. Ladies first tonight, the Lady Tigers 1-6, the Lady Eagles 3-4. Welcome into the Funk Optometry pregame show. I am Dan Lucero. So glad to be with you tonight. High atop UHS Gymnasium, coated in orange and black, the home of the Ulysses Tigers. Again, this is the first league game of the year that will count in the standings. And again, just a quick refresher as to how it's working this year with the addition of Cimarron into the league. Last year, of course, you had a true round robin. 6 teams in the league. Everybody played each other home and away. Teams were less willing to do that with the addition of Cimarron into the league. So it is not a true round robin this year. As such, the league game is whichever game you play last against a league opponent. And because this is the only meeting this year between Colby and Ulysses, this will be the league game between Colby and Ulysses. Neither team has played a league game. In fact, this is just the second league game of the season following Cimarron's games against Goodland last Friday night. The Colby Lady Eagles are hoping to get back on the winning track. They have lost both of their games to open 2021, and it was a tough one last time out at the Max Jones Fieldhouse as the Lady Eagles fell to Goodland 50-47. They had a good, balanced offensive attack, as usual, led by Brooklyn Jones. The standout junior point guard poured in 15 points. She's averaging exactly 17 a game coming into tonight in her first 6 games this season. Joining her in double figures was Mackenzie Dodson, who didn't score the Friday previous against Dodge City, but got back on track offensively with a 10-point performance, her second time in double figures this year. But there was another number in double figures that did not make Tom Stevens happy after the game, and that was the turnover number. Colby turned it over unofficially 21 times in the contest, and that contributed to their 3-point loss to a very good Goodland Cowgirl team. The loss also dropped Colby back below the 500 mark at 3-4. After losing their first 2 on the year, Colby had battled back with 3 straight wins before the calendar flipped to the new year, but they have started this season with a couple of tough losses, one to the still unbeaten and 8th ranked in Class 6A Dodge City Lady Demons, and the other to a Goodland team that may very well find itself in the 3A rankings when the first rankings of 2021 come out next week. The Lady Eagles are hoping to get their first win of this new year and do so against a struggling Ulysses Lady Tiger team who dropped to 1-6 after a 39-31 loss to Cimarron right here in Ulysses on Tuesday night. Hard as it may be to believe, that game represented a step in the right direction offensively and defensively for the Lady Tigers, who have struggled mightily on both ends of the floor for head coach Tim Hofferber so far this season. Ulysses is averaging less than 30 points a game. They do not shoot it well from anywhere. 22% from the field, 25% from distance, and just 43% at the free throw line. They have 4 returning players from last year's team that went just 2-19. And those players are Cammie Kinney, Hallie Nagel, Jocelyn Baeza, and Hayden Riley. But it's been Leslie Lerma, 5'2" senior guard, who's been a bit of a breakout performer so far for Ulysses this season. She's the leading scorer on this team, averaging just under 7 points per game, and she was an all-tournament performer at the Amos Morris Classic in Russell in the second weekend of the regular season. Ulysses finished 6th at that tournament, losing their first 2 games to Phillipsburg and Smith Center before beating Ellsworth in the 7th place game. So I should say a 7th place finish for the Lady Tigers in that tournament. And that win is their lone win so far this season. You don't have to go far back to remember when Ulysses had some very good teams. Went to state 2 years ago, but since then, just 3 wins in a season plus for these Lady Tigers. And the main reason, again, struggling to score. Outside of Lerma, only Baeza, the 5'6" senior guard, averages over 6 points per game, and only one other player averages more than 5. That's senior forward Hallie Nagel, who is the leading rebounder for the Lady Tigers, averaging 6 boards per contest. Colby won both meetings against Ulysses last year. They beat the Lady Tigers at the community building 65-26 and then thrashed them here in Ulysses 54-20. It's been a pretty even series the last handful of years. The last 8 games have been split evenly 4-4, but if you go further back, Colby has dominated this series. They have won 29 of the last 34 against Ulysses, going all the way back to 1999. Of course, the two teams were not always league foes, meeting for a while there twice a year. That was back, of course, when the GWAC was formed and Colby left the old Northwest Kansas League to join the GWAC. But it has been Colby taking the measure of Ulysses 29 times in the last 34 meetings. They'll hope to keep that going here tonight and get their first win of 2021. When we come back, we'll hear a preview of tonight's games from the radio play-by-play voice of the Ulysses Tigers, Bob Dale. He'll give you some insight on the Tigers and Lady Tigers. That's coming up. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride. How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. We love to listen to you back. It's really enjoyable.
Oh, I
You're
appreciate
very
that.
good at what you do.
Thank you so much for saying that.
I'm Jessica Vaughn.
Oh, it's
So
wonderful.
like Callie and last year's Callie.
Sure,
and
sure.
Hunter's mom.
Yeah,
So,
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Hunter's quite a player, quite an athlete. I like watching him play. And that shot shot was something the other night. So,
It's just too bad it didn't result.
yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Well, hopefully I can get out of here with one tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you again for the kind words. I do appreciate that. Welcome back to Ulysses. It's time to meet the starting lineups for game one of our Hoops doubleheader. Tonight, the Colby Lady Eagles taking on the Ulysses Lady Tigers. We'll meet the visitors first. The Lady Eagles 3-4 on the season. Their head coach in his fourth year is Tom Stevens, and it's a familiar five for the Lady Eagles tonight. At the point, Brooklyn Jones, a 5'7 junior. At the 2, Brianna Barnett, a 5'4 senior. At the 3, Mackenzie Dodson, a 5'7 senior. At the 4, Emma Curry, a 5'9 junior. And in the middle, Kennedy Stanley, a 5'9 senior. Jones, Barnett, Dodson, Curry, and Stanley for the Lady Eagles. They are in their road black uniforms with orange letters and numbers and white trim. The Ulysses Lady Tigers are 1-6 on the season. Their head coach is Tim Hofferber in his 9th season on their bench. At point guard for Ulysses is Leslie Lerma, a 5'2 senior. At the 2, Jocelyn Baeza, a 5'6 senior. At the 3, Hayden Riley, a 5'7 junior. At the 4, Hallie Nagel, a 5'8 senior. And in the middle is Cammie Kinney, a 5'9 sophomore. Lerma, Baeza, Riley, Nagel, and Kinney for the Lady Tigers. They are in home white uniforms with orange letters and numbers and black trim. Colby swept the season series last year, but there's no season series this year. These two teams only scheduled to play once. So this is the league game between Ulysses and Colby. It will be the second league game of the year. The winner will tie with Goodland atop the league standings. Colby and Ulysses both coming in off of losses on Tuesday night. Colby trying to snap a brief 2-game losing skid. Ulysses has lost 3 in a row. Colby will go left to right, Ulysses right to left. We want to thank you for listening to the Eagles on Radio tonight on 100.3 The Ride, KRDQ Colby. Producer engineer tonight's broadcast is Clayton Jacob. I am Dan Lucero. Also want to welcome our audience on our YouTube live stream. We are at the YouTube page Rocking M Media NWKS. That's Rocking M Media NWKS, as in Northwest Kansas. You search that on YouTube, our page comes up, and so too will a video accompaniment to tonight's broadcast. Or maybe the video is the main thing, and I'm the audio accompaniment. I suppose that's up to you to decide. Colby will start with the basketball at midcourt. Mackenzie Dodson to throw in. Finds Brooklyn Jones, who pops open in the backcourt, and we are underway from Ulysses tonight. Colby passes the ball over the midcourt line. They were almost passing against an invisible press there as Ulysses settled back into a 2-3 zone. High post left, Kennedy Stanley dumps it on the block left to Emma Curry, who floats up an air ball. It's rebounded by Lerma for Ulysses. Good look to start the night, but Emma Curry couldn't get it to drop. Colby matches up in man-to-man to start. Ulysses ball on the right wing. It's Riley. Into the corner now for Nagel driving baseline. Cut off. Skip pass left wing by Baeza for 3. An air ball. The rebound is batted back and bounced by Nagel, but it's right to Stanley. And Colby can come the other way. It's Jones up the right side of the floor. Behind the back dribble to get past Lerma. Shovels it short corner left to Curry. She dumps it down low, and Stanley misses the chippy. Rebound is loose and corralled by Nagel for Ulysses. 2 really good shots for Colby to start tonight, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard yet. We're a minute in, scoreless here in Ulysses. Baeza, high left, skip pass to Nagel, driving through the lane, stripped by Barnett, loose ball to Jones. Here comes Colby on the break. It's Jones with a defender behind her, all the way to the basket, and she's fouled on the layup by the trailing defender, Riley. First foul on either team called on Hayden Riley, and Brooklyn Jones heads to the free throw line, where on the year she's an 85% foul shooter, 17 of 20. Foul shooting has been a strength for the Lady Tigers all season long. Jones, coming off a 15-point performance, has been in double figures in all 6 games so far this year, and she's off to the first point of the game, swishing home the free throw. One more coming for the junior. Toes the free throw line, bends the knees after one dribble. The release, the rotation, splash. Jones goes 2 for 2. Colby leads Ulysses 2-0. 6:48 to play. First quarter, we're just underway. Lerma walks the ball over the divider for Ulysses. Angles right, passes into the right corner for Riley. Riley fakes the three, drives baseline, cut off by her defender Dodson. Out to the wing for Kenny. Kenny skips a pass left wing to Lerma. Extra pass to Nagel. Short corner left along two. Hit the top of the backboard, no. Offensive rebound to Riley, and she's stripped underneath by Brianna Barnett. Brianna Barnett with larceny in her heart tonight. Now a long lead pass from Curry to Dodson. Out to the trailer Jones. Top of the key. Open three. In and out. Rebound juggled in the below post. And pulling it away from Stanley for Ulysses is Jocelyn Baeza. Lerma into the front court for the Lady Tigers with the dribble. Barnett giving her plenty of space. Left wing pass comes to Baeza. She's challenged by Jones. Between the circles for Nagel. Back left for Kenny. Kenny to the top of the key for Riley. Barnett on her there as Colby matches up in his own defense once again tonight. It's a modified 2-3 with some matchup tendencies. On the left wing, Lerma shoots a three over the closing defender Jones. Too strong. Rebound to Barnett in the middle of the paint for Colby. Outlet to Dodson. Colby wants to run. Ahead to Curry. Down the lane right. Curry from a tough angle. Puts up the runner. No. Offensive rebound to Stanley. The stick back with the right hand. Good. Kennedy Stanley with her first two. She is a fast starter offensively. A lot of her points come in the first quarter of games. 4-0 Colby with 5:24 to play in the first quarter. Baeza, short corner left for Nagel, about 15 feet from the basket. She skips a pass right elbow for Kenny. Catch and shoot jumper high off the window, no good. Did not draw iron. Rebounded by Jones. Colby on the run. A 3-on-1 developing. Jones, no look in the right corner to Barnett. Open transition three. In and out. Long rebound to Curry at the foul line. Colby resets. Curry picks up the dribble left wing, finds Jones high left. Jones steps into a three over the zone. That curls out. Offensive rebound to Stanley. Power dribble, then lost it, and traveling is called. First turnover of the night for Colby. First sub of the game for Ulysses. Chloe Curl, a 5'10 freshman, enters the game, replacing Hayden Riley. Curl averaging 4 points, 3.5 rebounds, the most productive player off of Tim Hofferber's bench. Colby with a 4-0 lead, 4:40 left in the first quarter. Pass into the right corner intended for Baeza, deflected out of bounds by Emma Curry. Baeza will inbound just below the free throw line, extended on the right sideline. Swings it in for Lerma, top of the key. Lob into the post, deflected by Stanley, but Stanley had a hand in the back of Hallie Nagel, and she's called for the foul. First foul on Kennedy Stanley, who got into foul trouble against Goodland, picked up 3 in the first half and played the bulk of the second half with 4. Inbound from underneath finds Curl high on the right wing. One dribble, can't elude Jones. Flings it up top for Lerma. Lerma back in the right corner for Baeza. Baeza skips it back to the left wing for Kenny. Kenny swings the ball in all directions, uses her pivot foot, dumps it into the left corner for Lerma, and Lerma dribbles out of danger and whips a pass between the circles for Nagel. Back in the left corner for Baeza, who drives with the right hand, stripped to the basketball. A steal by Brooklyn Jones. 2-on-1 the other way. Jones, bounce pass ahead to Barnett. Barnett's layup missed, but she's fouled. The foul on Kenny, her first. Colby with 3 steals already in the first 4 minutes of this one, and Brianna Barnett heading to the free throw line where she has yet to miss this season, 6 for 6. On the campaign for the senior. First free throw on the way, right-handed release. Nothing but nylon. Sub into the ballgame for Ulysses is their tallest player, Grace Murray, a 6-foot junior. She replaces Cammie Kenny. Murray averages 3 rebounds a game, but has yet to score this year. Barnett goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line and is now 8 for 8 on the season. And if anyone ever asks you if there's a broadcaster jinx, you can point to that moment and tell them no. 6-0 Colby, halfway through the first quarter. Murray, left wing, across the floor for Nagel, being watched by Curry on the right wing. She fires into the quarter for Chloe Curl. Skip pass left wing for Lerma. Back to Curl on the right wing. Back across for Nagel. As Ulysses very tentative on offense to try and penetrate. Lots of passes on the perimeter. In the left corner, Curl spots up for a 3. Up the front rim, no. Rebound fought for and tied up between Curry and Nagel. And Ulysses has the arrow. They'll keep possession. Second chance opportunity here for the Lady Tigers. Baeza inbounding. Hoop to her right underneath. Lobs for Curl in the right corner. Curl with the dribble around to the right wing. Stops there. Jones all over her defensively. Back between the circles for Lerma. Now high left Murray. Dodson watching her in that 2-3. Left corner, Curl. Jones, the low defender there. Dribbling into a double team with Curl. Lost the ball, got it back. Whips it back to left corner. An open three from Lerma is short. Rebound tipped around. Murray's got it. Her put back off the mark. Murray's got a third chance. Still can't score. Murray's got a fourth chance. Still can't score. 3 straight layups begging, but Lerma gets the loose ball deep in the right corner, and Ulysses has another chance on this trip. They nearly throw it away. Chasing it down left side in front of the Colby bench is Curl. Ulysses resets. 2:50 to play first quarter. And Colby with a 6-0 lead, and Ulysses, especially Grace Murray, must feel like there's a lid on the basket at this end. Lerma directing traffic with the dribble high on the right. Between the circles, Curl fumbles and maintains. Swings it left side for Baeza, who fakes a 3, drives into the paint, shoots a leaner from 8 feet, and is fouled. Foul call to Mackenzie Dodson, her first, and the first on Colby, and Jocelyn Baeza will shoot 2. Baeza, 71% foul shooter. That's the best mark on a team that averages just 43% from the stripe. First free throw here, off the back rim. Sub in the ball game for Ulysses, Hayden Riley checking back in. And off to the bench goes Hallie Nagel. One more free throw for Baeza. Quick release, and that one hits the heel. Rebounded by Stanley. Still nothing doing for Ulysses on the scoreboard. Top of the key, Curry with space. She tries a 3 and connects. Nothing but nylon from downtown for Emma Curry. 9-0 Colby with 2:20 to play in the first quarter. And that's got to feel good for Emma Curry, who had some big games late in 2020, but the first 2 games this year has just 5 points combined. Or rather, 6 points combined. Had one against one against Dodge City. There's a jumper from Curl in the paint. Did not draw iron and is out of bounds. Colby ball. 1 point against Dodge, 5 points against Goodland for Curry, who averages about 10.5 a game. And her 3-point stroke, such a big part of Colby's offense. Colby ball with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter and a 9-0 advantage. Brooklyn Jones with the handle between the circles. As Ulysses maintains that 2-3 zone. Jones to the short corner right for Stanley. For the back cutter, Dodson, covered up by Curl. Tried to shoot over Curl, had it blocked. And Curl with the rebound as she's fouled by Dodson. That's 2 first-half fouls on Mackenzie Dodson. And that's going to get Courtney Finley up off the bench. An early sub for Colby. Courtney Finley, the 5'3 senior, who did not play on Tuesday night at Goodland, replaces Dodson with those 2 fouls. A lot of times, Tom Stevens trusts his players, especially his seniors, to play with what most would consider foul trouble. But in this case, he's going to give Courtney Finley an early look. 90 seconds to play first quarter. Colby pitching a shutout so far, up 9-0. Riley, top of the key for Ulysses. Lefty dribble drive, bounce pass short corner for Murray. Back out to the elbow for Curl, wide open 15-footer. Bounces off the rim twice, no. Rebound out of bounds, last touch by Ulysses. Quality looks the last couple of times down for Curl and the Lady Tigers, but nothing falling for this team that averages just a shade under 30 points a game on the season. Colby in the front court, left to right is Ulysses. Left corner, Brooklyn Jones to the short corner for Curry. Feeds Stanley, low block, powers inside over Lerma and scores off the glass. 4 points for Kennedy Stanley, 11-0 Colby with 60 seconds left in the opening frame. That was much too easy. Stanley on the smaller defender, the 5'2 Lerma, went right over the top and scored. Baeza, right corner, feeding the cutter. Curl through the paint, throws up a right-handed hook shot and banks it in. First 2 for Ulysses come with 45 seconds left in the first quarter, and they belong to Chloe Curl, the freshman. 11-2 Colby. Finley left wing into the corner for Jones. Jones back to Finley. Finley to the top of the key for Stanley, around to Barnett right wing. Finley into the right corner. Dumps it for Stanley. Extra pass from Barnett to Jones left wing. Casts off a contested 3. Down and out. Rebounded by Curl for Ulysses with 19 seconds. Curl the other way. Stops top of the key. Left wing pass for Riley. Riley to the foul line for Murray. Her jumper from there is too firm. Rebounded by Stanley with 10 seconds. Colby with one more chance. Jones flying up the right side of the floor. Steps back. Crosses over through the paint. Kick out. Right corner for Barnett. 2 seconds, one, and Barnett just flung it blindly at the basket. Got nowhere near the rim and was caught by the ref with 1/10 of a second left in the quarter. I don't know if you call that a shot or a turnover. Let's call it a turnover. It doesn't matter either way because Ulysses can't do anything with it except inbound and time expires. Quarter number 1 in the books. It's Colby 11 and Ulysses 2. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride. Okay. Dan Lucero back with you from Ulysses. 1 quarter in the books in this girls basketball contest. A Great West Activities Conference game tonight between Colby and Ulysses. And it's the Lady Eagles out to an 11-2 advantage, thanks to 4 early points from Kennedy Stanley, 3 from Emma Curry, and 2 apiece for Brianna Barnett and Brooklyn Jones. Those 4, along with Mackenzie Dodson, the Colby starting 5, will start the second quarter for Tom Stevens and the Lady Eagles. And they'll start with the basketball at midcourt. Ulysses laid out of their huddle. Want to wish Tim Hofferber well, the head coach of the Ulysses Lady Tigers. Actually dealt with a bout of COVID-19 over the holiday and, in fact, did not coach January 8th against Holcomb. He was back on the sideline Tuesday night against Cimarron and is said, as my understanding, to be doing well. Emma Curry tosses up a 3 from the right wing, missed it short for Colby. Long rebound chased down by Lerma for Ulysses. Tigers into the front court against the matchup zone of Colby. Stanley in the middle of the paint, defending whoever comes to the high or the low post. Left wing by Yeza, cut off at the elbow, skip past Lerma right wing, and she traveled with the basketball. Turnover number 4 for the Lady Tigers. Colby turned it over twice in the opening quarter. Brianna Barnett walks it across the divider for Colby. Quickly angles left, shovels it back right for Curry, now on the wing for Jones. Jones to Curry, top of the key. Lerma on her in that 2-3 zone. Around the horn it comes to Dodson in the left corner. She walks it out to the wing. Top of the key for Curry, right wing for Jones. Colby looking inside, and they find Stanley. Quickly double teamed. Outlet to Jones. Back around the horn, left corner to Barnett, who fakes the 3 and hands back to Dodson on the wing. Very deliberate possession here for Colby. Curry, top of the key, finds Jones right wing. Jones on the dribble to the top of the circle, cut off by Lerma. Around into the left corner, it finds Dodson. Dodson whips it back into the left corner, looking for Barnett, and it deflected off of her as Curl got a hand in to poke it off of Barnett and out of bounds. Turnover number 3 for Colby. Maybe a little too deliberate that time from the Lady Eagles. 6:40 to play, second quarter. Colby 11, Ulysses 2. Baeza, right corner. Skip past top of the key. A 3 on the way from Riley. In and out. Rebounded by Stanley for Colby. Outlet ahead to Jones. Colby looking to run. Jones slowed down by the retreating defense. Left wing pass for Curry. Underneath for Stanley. Double team. Had the ball ripped out of her hands by Curl. Loose ball. Curl saves it inbounds and flings it to Riley. Well, I mentioned that Colby did a good job taking care of the ball in the first quarter, and they turned it over twice on consecutive possessions. Baeza stripped to the ball in the right corner. Dodson ties it up as the 2 wrestle for possession on the floor. The arrow favors Ulysses. Sub for the Lady Tigers, Hallie Nagel into the game, replacing Grace Murray. Baeza inbounding, free throw line extended on the right. It starts around the horn. Left wing 3 on the way from Curl. Too strong. Baez offensive rebound. Put back. May have been partially blocked by Curry. It missed. Rebounded by Stanley. Ahead to Jones. Jones with Lerma on her hips. Slows the tempo as she reaches the top of the key. Right corner pass for Dodson. Back to Jones. Colby back to 5-on-5. Stanley outside on the left. Back around to the right wing. Curry has space for 3. Too strong. Big bounce on the board. It falls into the hands of Curl. Weak side for Ulysses. Both teams cold to start this second quarter. Colby with an 11-2 lead with 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Nagel left corner, thought about the 3, but Dodson chased her down. Skip past to Baeza, right corner instead. Now Riley between the circles, being watched like a hawk by Brooklyn Jones. And Tim Hofferber is going to take a timeout on the Ulysses sidelines. Full timeout, so we'll take a 1-minute break with 5:17 to play in the first half. Colby 11, Ulysses 2. It's the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. $5:17 to play in the first half. Colby 11, Ulysses 2. Neither team has scored so far in this second quarter. And Tim Hofferber, the Ulysses coach, called timeout maybe to try and draw up a play and get his team a bucket. Leslie Lerma holds high on the left wing, feeds it back to Hayden Riley between the circles. Riley feigns a dribble drive with the right hand, tried to skip pass, deflected by Curry, loose ball to Lerma. Lerma tosses up a runner off balance from the left elbow, off the backboard, rebounded by Brooklyn Jones for Colby. Lady Eagles the other way. Barnett being chased by Lerma. Hands off on the left wing to Stanley. Now Curry, right corner for Jones. Jones back to the wing for Barnett. Up top for Dodson, back to Barnett in the corner. Barnett back to Dodson, left corner Curry. Colby working the ball around the perimeter, nothing inside it. Left corner Jones fakes a three, feeds a cutter. Curry, 8-foot leaner, short, barely got to the rim. Rebounded by Baeza for Ulysses. 4:20 to play in the first half. Still nothing doing in this second quarter. Colby scored the game's first 11 points, and they lead 11-2. Long two from the left corner by Nagels, an air ball. Rebounded by Barnett off a deflection for Colby, and she's fouled. Reaching in was Chloe Curl. That's the first foul on Curl, and the third on Ulysses. Brooklyn Jones brings the ball ahead for Colby after the foul. To the top of the key, right wing pass for Brooklyn Barnett, or Brianna Barnett, excuse me. Brooklyn Jones to Brianna Barnett, back on the right wing. Now Curry, top of the key. Left wing for Mackenzie Dodson. She signals a play. Dodson fakes left, plays traffic cop, swings it to Stanley up top. Now back in the hands of the point guard, Jones, right wing. In the corner for Dodson. Now Stanley, short corner. Stanley, double team, kicks out to Dodson. Extra pass, Jones. Jones on the drive. Through the paint she goes. Left-handed runner off glass, but a whistle comes and a foul is called. That's on Chloe Curl as well, her second, and Brooklyn Jones goes to the free throw line for two. Colby 4 for 4 as a team so far at the line. Jones has made a pair. And that's what Colby needed. A little forward impetus. Go downhill, get to the rim. And Brooklyn Jones can do that about any time she wants. You give her an inch, and she'll take the lane. First free throw rattles in for the junior. With 3:36 to play in the second quarter, the ice has been broken in the quarter, and Jones swishes the second. Colby 13, Ulysses 2. Lady Tigers in the front court. It's Lerma just left of the top of the key, feeding across to Riley in the right corner for Baeza. Skip pass is deflected and stolen. Curry comes down with it. Curry the other way, peels off to the left. Curl in pursuit. Curry in the left corner out to Dodson on the wing, and the Lady Eagles set up 5-on-5 against the 2-3 zone. Dodson on the left wing. Short corner for Curry, who powers her way inside. Missed the layup short. Offense rebound, Stanley. Put back good, and the foul for Kennedy Stanley. Foul is on Curl again, her third in very short order. And Kennedy Stanley has a chance for three the old-fashioned way on the second chance bucket. Free throw for Kennedy, in and out. Rebounded by Curl for Ulysses. 15-2 Colby after the Stanley bucket with under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Riley, high right, across for Lerma. In the left corner, Curl with it outside the arc. Dodson guarding her. Pass to the high post for Baeza. 12-foot jumper on the way, in and out. Rebound loose, and Curl pulls it away. Her reverse layup is an air ball. Third chance bucket by Lerma on the left block. Leslie Lerma, the smallest player on the court, sneaks weak side for the offensive rebound and the third chance bucket to cut the Colby lead to 15-4. Curry, short corner left, kicks out to Barnett. Catch and shoot three from the top. Off the back rim. Dodson, the offensive rebound in traffic in the middle of the paint. And she kicks it out to Barnett to reset the offense. Jones left wing. Thought about the deep three. Gives to Barnett instead. Back to the short corner for Curry. Here's a triple team. Curry being reached in on, able to rip the ball away and feed it back out to Barnett. Now Jones has it top of the key for three. Swish! Nothing but nylon for Brooklyn Jones. She's got a game-high 7 points. 18-4 Colby with 1:55 to play in the first half. Lerma into the left corner for Curl. Curl, a contested three, may have been partially blocked by Dodson, an air ball. Rebound to Stanley. Outlet to Dodson. 2-on-1 developing. Dodson across to Jones in the left corner, a three. That's too strong. Offensive rebound, Stanley, low block left. She goes back up strong and scores over Lerma. Kennedy Stanley with 8. That's a game high. 20-4 Lady Eagles with 90 seconds left in the half. Baeza on the left wing. Up top for Lerma. Skip pass, Riley right wing. Face guarded by Curry in the zone. Into the right corner for Nagel. Nagel, long diagonal pass back to the top of the key for Lerma. In the left corner for Curl. Another long diagonal. Out to Riley, who fakes and drives. Shoots a right-handed runner. Missed it too strong. Rebounded by Jones, trying to get out of a triple team and does. Gives away to Stanley, still in the backcourt. Stanley, long pass ahead to Dodson. In the left corner for Curry. Wide open for three. An air ball. Rebounded by Baeza. Weak side for Ulysses. Colby was 8 of 16 from distance against Goodland Tuesday night. Haven't been able to dial it in quite as well from three yet in this one. Under 40 seconds to play first half. Colby with a 20-4 lead despite those shooting struggles. Riley, top of the circle, to the left wing for Lerma. Under 30 seconds now. On the block for Nagel. Backing down Jones. Kicks out Baeza. Left wing three. Swish. Jocelyn Baeza, a 30% three-point shooter. Best mark on the team. Cuts the Colby lead to 20-7. Final 15 seconds of the first half. Barnett with 10 seconds. Left wing pass for Jones. Down to 7. Jones off a screen. Left wing. Three-pointer on the way. In and out. Rebounded by Nagel with 3 seconds. Away to Lerma with 2 with 1. And Ulysses will not hazard a three-quarter court shot. That will end the first half. A low-scoring affair. Colby has been able to hold the low-scoring Lady Tigers to single digits in this first half. And they go to the locker room with a 13-point advantage. It's Colby 20 and Ulysses 7. We'll be back with the Cornerstone Ag halftime show after this break. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride. Welcome back to Ulysses. Ready for the start of the third quarter between Colby and Ulysses in this GWAC girls basketball contest. Colby 20, Ulysses 7. Lady Eagles already out with their starting five of Brooklyn Jones, Brianna Barnett, Mackenzie Dodson, Emma Curry, and Kennedy Stanley. Ulysses will start their starting five from the first half as well. Leslie Lerma, Jocelyn Baeza, Hayden Riley, Hallie Nagel, and Cammie Kenny. Colby ball right to left. They've inbounded, and the third quarter is underway. Brooklyn Jones has it in the left corner. Left alone, fires a three and buries it. Against the 2-3 zone, Jones pops the triple. She's got 10, 23-7. Fast start for Colby here in the third quarter. First possession for Ulysses against Colby's matchup zone. Lerma deep on the left wing. Touch pass up top for Riley. Riley bounces to the high post right for Nagel. She kicks out for Kenny. All the way around the horn now into the left corner for Baeza. But Colby does a good job rotating and staying in front of the player with the basketball. Kenny on the high post right, facing away from the basket. Stanley on her back. Kicks out left wing for Lerma. Now in the left corner for Baeza. Out to challenge her is Jones. Entry pass deflected by Jones. Came through anyway to Nagel. Her 5-footer off the heel. Offense rebound deflects to Baeza. Her 10-footer from the left baseline short. Rebounded by Stanley for Colby. And here come the Lady Eagles with Jones sprinting down the right side. Cut out by Lerma. Crosses over. Blows by her into the paint against three defenders. Missed the shot, but a blocking foul is called, sending Jones to the line for two. Cammie Kenny tried to stand in and draw the charge. Instead, she is called for the blocking foul. That's her second and the first on either team here in the second half. Brooklyn Jones to the free throw line for a pair. She is 4 for 4 tonight. First one on the way for the junior. Tickles the twine. Seventh time in as many games that Jones has been in double figures. Of course, missed the opener against Liberal. Second free throw coming. That one in and out. Offensive rebound by Stanley, and she's tied up by Kenny. The arrow pointing in Ulysses' direction. 24-7 Colby. Minute and change into the third quarter. 17-point margin is the largest of the night for the Lady Eagles. Lerma into the forecourt. Left to right pass to Riley, who mishandles but keeps the dribble alive. Riley now trying to feed the post, threw it right into her defender Barnett, and Barnett to the floor with Riley fighting for possession. The arrow blows. It's jump ball, and Colby has the arrow. They force Ulysses' sixth turnover. Colby ball with a 17-point advantage. Jones jogs it right over the center of the floor. Finds Barnett. Now Jones has it back. Short corner left pass for Curry. Feeding the post for Stanley. On the block. Shoots over the defense and scores off the glass. Kennedy Stanley in the double figures with 10. 26-7. Largest lead of the night for Colby. They've started the second half on a 6-0 run with 6:15 to play in the third. Riley, right wing, had a notion. Didn't want the shot. Across for Lerma. Sprinting out to challenge her is Jones. Left corner for Nagel. She dribbles to the elbow. Skip pass across. Stolen away by Emma Curry. And Curry has a breakaway. Emma Curry all the way to the basket. The left-hand layup good. 8-0 run for Colby to start the half. They lead by 3 touchdowns. 28-7 with 5:50 to play in the third. Couldn't have drawn up a better start to this third quarter if you're Tom Stevens on the Colby sideline. Another skip pass out of the left corner. Deflected by Barnett. And the loose ball to Curry. Ahead to Jones. Jones through traffic. Kicks out to the trailer Dodson, right wing three, off the mark. Offensive rebound, Stanley, low block right. Putback is up and no good, but she's fouled. Colby outworking Ulysses right now. Foul called on Hayden Riley, her second, team foul number 2, and Kennedy Stanley heads to the line for a pair. First free throw for the senior. Rocks in off the back rim. Fourth time in double figures this season for Kennedy Stanley. One more coming, and that one off the back rim. Long rebound, run down by Nagel in the far corner for Ulysses. 29-7 Colby. 5:25 to play in the third. Riley with some space, shoots a three from the right wing off the front rim. Big bounce on the rebound, and an over-the-back foul called on Emma Curry on the strong side of the floor. Curry's first, and the first on Colby. Colby started the game on an 11-0 run, currently on a 9-0 run. Baeza inbounding. Bounces in for Kenny. Now Baeza has it back right corner. Out to the wing for Riley. She'll try another three. That one is short. Rebound deflects to Nagel in the paint. Now stripped. And we have a whistle and a foul, I believe, called on Colby. Reach in foul call on Kennedy Stanley. That's her second and the team's second. Inbound from Baeza to Lerma. Right back to Baeza. Driving right baseline. Shoots over a double team from 10 feet. A line drive too strong. And a foul called on the rebound on Ulysses this time. It looks like Kenny went over the back, and she did. Third foul on Cammie Kenny. Third on the Lady Tigers. Weren't a lot of fouls in the first half. Officials maybe making up for some lost whistle time here in this third quarter. 5 minutes to play in the third. Colby 29, Ulysses 7. Jones, left wing, in the corner for Dodson. Right back to Jones on the wing. Ulysses has stayed in that zone. Jones will shoot over in the left corner for three. Off the back rim. High bouncing board off the back iron. It falls to Riley, who boxes out well for Ulysses. Lerma up into the front court for the Lady Tigers, angling right to the wing. Now swings it back between the circles for Riley. Riley back to Lerma. Lerma uses her dribble, comes to the right corner, now feeds it back out top for Riley. Riley bouncing to the high post, poked away by Stanley, intended for Nagel. Stanley with a steal, poked it to Jones. Ahead to Barnett, three-pointer from the left corner in transition, short. Rebound is loose, Stanley's got it, and Stanley is fouled on the way up for the putback. Foul on Lerma, her first, team fourth. Stanley doing a good job to get back. She created the steal on one end, ran the floor, and secured the rebound of the Barnett miss. First free throw for Kennedy off the back rim. Normally sharp from the line. Stanley was 16 of 18 on the year coming into tonight. Now just 1 of 4 so far tonight. One more coming with 4:13 to play in the third quarter, and that one misses off to the left. Rebound juggled around, and Nagel out of a scrum with it for Ulysses. Still 29-7, Colby. The pass into the front court is poked away by a hustling Stanley out of bounds at the Ulysses bench near side. Ulysses with the ball, still looking for their first points of this second half. Scored just 2 in the first quarter, 5 in the second. Right wing Baeza with space, shoots over the closing defender Curry and knocks down the triple. That's 2 threes for Baeza, giving her 6 points on the night. Cuts the Colby lead down to 29-10. 3:45 left in the third. Jones in the left corner, bounces for Curry short corner, tried to feed the post, but flashing in front to steal is Hayden Riley for Ulysses. Turnover number 5 for Colby. Lerma into the front court. That might have been a case of Colby being a little predictable offensively. They've run that short corner to low post pass a couple of times, and Ulysses was ready for it this time. Riley trying to bounce to a cutter through the middle of the paint. Kenny, it was stolen away. Batted away. The loose ball came to Barnett. Colby the other way. Jones, transition 3 right wing. Too strong. Long rebound. It's poked away by Jones. It comes to Dodson. Now Jones has it. Weaving into the paint. Shoots a 5-footer with the right hand and left it short. And Baeza secures the rebound for Ulysses. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Colby 29, Ulysses 10. Lerma with the dribble out behind the volleyball line. Angles right, feeds the corner for Baeza. Skip pass up top for Nagel. Catch and shoot foul line jumper off the back iron. Stanley another board for Colby. She's got to be nearing double-digit rebounds tonight. Barnett brings the ball into the forecourt for the Lady Eagles. Quick left wing pass for Jones. Now Barnett has it back. Back to Jones on the left wing. With space, fires up the 3. Knocks it down. Brooklyn Jones with her third 3 of the night. She's got 14, 32-10 Colby with 2:24 to play in the third. Fourth made 3 of the night for Colby as a team. Curry has the other one. Nagel high on the left in the corner, Riley. Challenging with her hands up is Dodson. Back out to the wing for Kenny. Kenny fakes to the top of the key. Now passes left for Riley. Bounce pass to a baseline cutter. That's Lerma shooting high off the glass and scores over Stanley. Leslie Lerma with 4 for the Lady Tigers. That cuts it to 20. 32-12 Colby. Minute 50 to play here in the third. Stanley, top of the circle. Skip pass to Jones. Extra pass Barnett in the corner. Back to Jones on the wing. Now top of the key for Dodson. To the high post for Stanley. Back in the right corner to Jones. Skip pass across the floor. Curry, catch and shoot three from the left corner. Left it short. Jones, the offensive rebound, weak side for Colby. And she dribbles out of trouble. Back to Curry, right wing. She'll try again from three. That one, nothing but net. If at first you don't succeed, try again, Emma Curry. Her second three of the night. She's got 8. 35-12, Lady Eagles. They lead by 23, their biggest lead of the night. Minute 15 to play in the third. Lerma angles right, feeds the corner by Asa. Curry out to contest. Skip pass, tipped by Curry, stolen. It comes down to Barnett. Barnett to Dodson, left side into the front court. Back to Barnett. Ulysses does a good job getting back defensively, so Colby plays 5-on-5 here in the final minute of the third quarter. Stanley hits Barnett on the flare screen right. Now Jones in the corner. Back to the wing for Barnett. Top of the key, Dodson. Dodson back in the right corner for Barnett. She tries a three. That one swirls around and drops. Brianna Barnett with the triple. Colby getting hot from behind the arc. They lead 38-12 with 36 seconds left in the third. An 18-point quarter for Colby after they scored just 20 points in the first half. Nagel driving right baseline. Slips around Stanley, but missed the layup. It wouldn't stay down with the right hand. Rebound to Stanley with 24 seconds. Colby into the front court. Barnett with the dribble. Left wing pass for Jones. 17 seconds. Jones plays traffic cop. Pitches to Barnett, who cuts in front of her. Dribbles to the top of the key. Now back to Jones, left wing with 8 seconds. Jones off a high screen. Back to Barnett, left wing. Barnett another three try. Off the front rim. Long rebound out to Riley with 2 seconds. Riley to midcourt. Does not try a shot at the end of the third quarter. Colby outscoring Ulysses 18-5 in the third, and they're in command as we go to the fourth. The Lady Eagles lead the Lady Tigers 38-12. Back in a minute. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride. Fourth quarter time from Ulysses. Dan Lucero back with you as Colby leads the host Lady Tigers 38-12. It looked to be easing to their first win in GWAC play this year and their first win in the calendar year 2021. Ulysses ball left to right to start the fourth quarter. Jocelyn Baeza with the dribble left wing pass top of the key for Hallie Nagel. Nagel, high left for Baeza, for Lerma. Now Baeza, right wing with it. Skips it back across for Nagel. Back out top for Lerma. On the right wing, Riley had the ball slapped out of her hand by Dodson. Gets it back on the drive through the paint. Too strong with the runner. Another board for Kennedy Stanley. Colby on the run. Jones lobbing out ahead, looking for Dodson. Nearly overthrew her. She saves it into Courtney Finley, who tries a three from the left corner. That's an air ball. Rebounded weak side by Baeza. Finley checked in for Emma Curry at the end of the third quarter, the only sub that Colby has used thus far. Ulysses staying with their starting five now for the bulk of this, for the entirety so far of this second half. 1 minute into the fourth, Colby by 26, their largest lead of the game. Ball slapped out of the hands of Riley by Jones. Riley able to regain, tries to drive left, cut off by a double team, feeds a cutter down the middle of the paint, Nagel, and Nagel lays it in with the left. First two for Hallie Nagel cuts the Colby lead to 38-14. Colby into the front court. Finley high on the left. Feeds Jones in the corner. Short corner Dodson. Out to Finley left wing. She's wide open for three. Off the front rim. Long rebound. Weak side. Ripped away by Lerma. Pulling it away from the hustling Stanley. Ulysses ball the other way. Riley for Kenny. Long two from the right corner is an air ball. Jones the board. Colby looking to push. Jones streaking down the left side of the floor. 2 defenders on her hip. She steps back, finds Finley in the corner. Now Colby resets into a 5-on-5 half-court opportunity. Barnett high on the right. Into the corner for Jones. Short corner, Stanley. Stanley to the cutter down the lane. Dodson missed the layup but drew the foul. Short corner to the cutter or to the post has been the preferred play for Colby tonight against this Ulysses zone. The foul is called on Leslie Lerma, her second, team 5th. And Mackenzie Dodson makes her first trip to the free throw line tonight, knocks home the first. And that means all 5 starters for Colby have scored. One more coming for Dodson. That one in and out, and a foul called on Brooklyn Jones on the rebound. First foul on Jones and the third on Colby. Subs for the Lady Eagles. Emma Curry in for Mackenzie Dodson, replacing Brianna Barnett, the first action of the season for sophomore Shaylee Showalter, a transfer from lacrosse along with her older sister Haven, who is a junior. First time we've seen Shaylee Showalter on the floor this year, a 5'6" guard. Colby staying in that 2-3 matchup zone. Showalter guarding Baeza, top of the key. Right wing pass for Leslie Lerma. Back to the top of the key, Riley. Showalter reaching in, trying to slap the ball away. Instead, gets caught with the hand in the cookie jar. Foul called on Shaylee Showalter, her first, team 4th. 5:35 to play in this one. 39-14 Colby after Dodson split that pair of free throws. 25-point advantage for the Lady Eagles. Baeza, right wing, skips a pass for Lerma, about 35 feet out on the left. In the left corner now for Nagel. Skips it back to Riley. Riley, a contested 3 from the top of the circle. No good. Long rebound run down by Showalter. Long lead pass ahead for Jones into the front court right side. Jones back up top for Showalter, all alone. Fires a 3, left it short. Rebound loose. Finley has it, strong side for Colby. Second chance here for the Lady Eagles. Jones on the drive and kick. Left wing Showalter. Showalter hands to Curry. Top of the arc. 3-pointer on the way. Off the back rim. And snaring the high bounce rebound is Nagel for Ulysses. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Ulysses has been held in the teens twice this season. Scored just 17 points against Scott City, 15 against Smith Center. They have 14 so far here. And Nagel leaves a paint jumper short. Could have been 16, but then Colby throws it away in the backcourt. An unforced error there. Stanley led Brooklyn Jones too far up the right sideline. That's just the 6th Colby turnover, though, by my count, the first of the second half. So they've done a much better job taking care of the ball after they turned it over 20-plus times in the loss to Goodland Tuesday night. Brooklyn Jones takes a rest. Rare to see her come off the floor, but she'll get a breather. Replaced by Mackenzie Dodson for Colby. So Colby out with Showalter, Dodson, and Finley at the guard spots, and then Curry and Stanley, their starting front court. And Curry has a steal of an errant pass at the top of the key. Curry one-on-one with Lerma, spins into the paint to her right hand, and the layup is good on the reverse for Emma Curry. Curry, the third Lady Eagle in the double figures tonight. She's got 10. 41-14 Colby with 4:15 left. Lady Eagles 3 points away from enacting the mercy clock. It would be just the second time this year. Baeza pull-up jumper right baseline is short, but she's fouled on the shot. Emma Curry a little too over-aggressive defending the jump shooter, and she commits her second personal foul, team 5th. Jocelyn Baeza to the free throw line for 2. These will be just the 3rd and 4th free throws attempted by Ulysses tonight, and Baeza clanks the first. Subs in for Ulysses. Chloe Curl and Grace Murray enter the game. We also see Micah Schultz, a 5'8 sophomore, and Emma Ball, a 5'4 sophomore, check into the game. So Tim Hofferber going deep onto his bench, trailing by 27 with 4:04 to play. Baeza knocks down the second free throw, her first make of the night on 4 tries. And she will go to the bench, replaced by Harley Ewalt, the 5'9 sophomore. So everyone on the varsity roster for Ulysses has seen game action now. Halfway through the fourth quarter, 41-15 Colby. After that made free throw by Baeza. Colby ball in the front court. Shaylee Showalter into the right corner for Mackenzie Dodson. Back out for Showalter, who nearly fumbled it, but maintained it with some sticky fingers. Now Finley on the left wing directing traffic. Pivoting away from her defender, Schultz. Feeds to Showalter to the high post now for Stanley. Stanley slips between two defenders. Feeds to cutting Dodson. Missed the layup. Got her own rebound. Got fouled on the putback. Stanley waited maybe a beat too long to find the wide open back cutter, but was able to get it through to Dodson. She missed the first try, but on the second was fouled by Ewald. Her first foul, team sixth. Dodson 1 for 2 from the line tonight for here. Hit every part of the rim, but wouldn't drop. No good. Sub in for Colby. This is Anna Stramel checking in, the 5'9 freshman, seeing her 5th game of the season, replacing Kennedy Stanley at the center spot. Dodson gets a friendlier roll on the second freebie. Colby is 11 for 17 at the free throw line tonight. They lead 42-15 with 3.5 minutes to play. Curl, high post right, kicks out top of the key for Schultz. Schultz, an entry pass to Murray. Her shot from the left elbow, high off the glass, no good. Rebound to Finley for Colby in the middle of the lane. Finley into the front court. Stops her dribble between the circles. Left wing pass for Shaylee Showalter. Showalter on the drive and kick. Right wing to Dodson, who fakes a three. Double team out to guard her. Now she dribbles out of trouble and resets the offense with Showalter left side. Back to Dodson on the right wing. Dodson to the high post, Curry. Low block, Stramel. Shoots over the double team off glass. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound chased down by Emma Ball for Ulysses. 2:40 to go. Colby by 27. Ball tries a three from the left wing. It was blocked by Showalter, but a foul is going to be called on Shaylee Showalter. That will give Emma Ball 3 free throws. Ball just kind of leaned in, shot wildly, it looked like, and Showalter, I thought, got a lot of ball, but there was some body contact as well. So Emma Ball shooting 3, and the first one swishes home. Bend to the knees, and the second free throw released by Emma Ball. Nothing but net. One more to come for the sophomore. On the way, and that too swishes home. 42-18 Colby, and Tom Stevens wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with 2:40 to play. Colby 42, Ulysses 18. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride. .240 to play. Colby ball out of the timeout. They lead Ulysses 42-18 in this GWAC girls basketball contest. And if you'd watched Colby coach Tom Stevens during that timeout, you'd have thought it was his team down by 24. The way he was coaching up this mostly young group, an inexperienced group of Colby players on the floor. Emma Curry is a veteran out there with Mackenzie Dodson, another senior who starts. Colby able to pass out of some trouble in the corner. That was Curry passing out of a double team to find Finley. Finley with it now between the circles. Left wing for Curry. Courtney Finley, also a senior, but has seen sporadic playing time. Then you have Shaylee Showalter, the sophomore, and Anna Stramel, the freshman, on the floor. Right wing Showalter casts off a three-pointer, left it short. Long rebound is nearly saved by Dodson. Threw it off of a Ulysses player, and then it hit Anna Stramel's foot and went out of bounds. Sub for Colby. Brooklyn Jones replaces Mackenzie Dodson with 1:57 to go. Colby has led the whole way. Scored the first 11 points of this one and looks to be easing to their 4th win of the year. And they will hold Ulysses to what will be a season low for opponent points by Colby. Here's a three from the left wing by Chloe Curl. It curls out. Rebound to Curry, weak side for Colby. Finley pushes it up the right side, cut off by her defender Ball. Hands off to Curry between the circles. Left wing, she hands to Jones. Jones to Curry, left wing. She has space to try the triple. Swish! Emma Curry knocks down her third three ball of the night. She's got 13 points. 45-18 Colby. Minute 15 left in this one. That serves as an exclamation point of sorts. In the left corner, Ball catches a deflected pass, pivots and fires to Curl on the left wing. Curl on the drive, loses the dribble, and the ball is stolen away. Emma Curry has a breakaway. Curry's layup too strong off the glass. Loose ball rebound. Falling down with it was a Ulysses defender, and a jump ball is whistled between, that was Ball and Stramel for Colby. Colby has the arrow with 58 seconds left. Tom Stevens wants a timeout to make sure they get this out of bounds play right. So with 58 seconds left, he calls time. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Got the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show coming up next. We'll hear from Tom Stevens, head coach of the Colby Eagles. And we will get his thoughts on this Lady Eagle victory. It's going to be a bit of an extended postgame. It's my understanding that it is winter homecoming tonight here at Ulysses. So there are going to be some festivities, so we may be hanging out a bit between games. We'll find some stuff to talk about. Colby out of the timeout with Jones, Curry, Showalter, Finley, and Stramel. Jones inbounding, hoop to her right, out to Finley on the right wing. Around the horn in the left corner for a wide open Curry three ball. Too strong, rebound fought for, jump ball between Jones and Ewald. The arrow favors Ulysses. 52 seconds to go. The outcome not in doubt. 45-18, Colby in front. Skip pass to the top of the key for Micah Schultz. Now in the left corner, Chloe Curl drives, tosses up a wild runner, hits the back rim, bounces straight up and drops in. Chloe Curl makes it 45-20 with 33 seconds left. Ulysses outscoring Colby here in the final quarter, 8-7. Finley right wing directing traffic. 22 seconds. Doesn't look like the Eagles are going to dribble this out. They want to run some sets. Jones hold. Hands off to Curry. 12 seconds. High left for Jones. Back to Curry. And now Colby will just put the ball on Emma Curry's hip. 5 seconds. She passes over to Jones after a defender came out to contest. Jones with 2 with 1 has the dribble. Here's the horn. That's the ball game. This is a Lady Tiger victory tonight in Ulysses. A Lady Eagle victory over the Lady Tigers tonight in Ulysses. That's an important detail to get right. Colby 45, Ulysses 20. The Colby Lady Eagles snap a 2-game skid, move to 4-4 in the year and 1-0 in GWAC play, while the Ulysses Lady Tigers drop to 1-7 and 0-1 in league competition. We will step aside for a break. The Farmers and Merchants postgame show is coming your way next. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride.
like it's 0-0 and have some intensity and be ready to play. And then I think if you take care of every possession, the whole game comes to you.
Congrats on the win tonight, Coach.
Oh, thanks.
That's Tom Stevens, the head coach of the Colby Lady Eagles, victorious tonight again by the count of 45-20. As we continue on here on the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show, we're actually going to take a 1-minute break here, and then we'll come back. We will recap the game as there is homecoming festivities ongoing down on the floor here at Ulysses' gym. So we got an extended Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show still to come. We'll reset the game for you. We'll give you the final scoring totals. We will name our Colby Dodge Ram Tough player of the game as well. That's all coming up. But first, this 1-minute break. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Our next speaker today is Keely Trevor. She's daughter of Virginia Perez is a Then 360 Virginia Adelaide. The activities that continue to involve in throughout include cheer, forensics, interact, stats, concept art, and black exercise. The person Keely invited to host the talk is no matter what obstacles have been life, she's still ready to see that the daughter's learning to and regardless of the circumstances. The future plan is to college and to associate
Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show continues as the Colby Lady Eagles defeated the Ulysses Lady Tigers tonight, 45-20, in a game that was never really in doubt. Colby jumped out to an 11-0 first quarter lead and led 11-2 at the end of one quarter of play. Colby continued their strong play into the second quarter, building a lead as big as 16 points. Ulysses was able to get within 13 by halftime. It was 20-7. Colby holding Ulysses to just 7 points in a half. That is their best defensive half of basketball this season. Colby left no doubt with a quick start in the third quarter. They got an early three-pointer from Brooklyn Jones to get the party started. And that kicked off a 9-0 run that gave them a 22-point edge at 29-7. That was part of an 18-point quarter for Colby that included 4 made three-pointers, 2 from Jones, 1 from Brianna Barnett, and 1 from Emma Curry. An 18-point quarter, Colby outscoring Ulysses 18-5 in the frame, and they would lead by 26 at the end of 3 quarters of play, 38-12. The fourth quarter was academic. Tom Stevens taking advantage of an opportunity to rest some of his starters and give some new players or some lesser-used players an opportunity. We saw the Lady Eagle debut tonight of sophomore guard Shaylee Showalter, for instance. Colby was actually outscored in the final quarter 8-7, but no matter. They're able to take home the final score advantage, and it's a substantial one, 45-20. For Colby, the 25-point win is the largest of the season. It's also the fewest points allowed this year for Colby. Previous low was 31 against McCook in the fifth-place game at the topside tip-off back on December 12th. For Ulysses, it's their third lowest point total of the year. They'd previously been held in the teens by Scott City and Smith Center. We will take a 2-minute break here. When we come back, we'll give you the final scoring totals for this game, and we'll name a Colby Dodge Ram Tough player of the game as the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show continues. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 fall is Mr. Aaron Theodore. And your 2020 fall homecoming queen is Mrs. Yesenia Ornelas.
Colby girls winners tonight over Ulysses 45-20 as the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show continues. The halftime festivities here in Ulysses have come to an end, and the 20-minute clock has started, so the boys basketball warm-up beginning. But we still have some time left here on the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. We'll bring you the final scoring numbers for this one. For Ulysses in a losing effort tonight, they were led by Jocelyn Baeza. She finished with 7 points. It was 4 points apiece for Chloe Curl and Leslie Lerma, 3 points for Emma Ball, and 2 points for Hallie Nagel. Playing and not scoring tonight, Micah Schultz, Hayden Riley, Cammie Kinney, Harley Ewalt, and Grace Murray. So those players played tonight but did not score for Ulysses. For Colby tonight, they were led with 3 players in double figures by Brooklyn Jones. She finished the night with 14 points. It was 13 points for Emma Curry, 5th time she's been in double figures this season, and 11 points for Kennedy Stanley in double figures for a 4th time. After that, it was 5 points for Brianna Barnett and 2 points for Mackenzie Dodson, so all 5 starters scored for Colby tonight. Off the bench, not scoring, were Shaylee Showalter, Courtney Finley, and Anna Stramel. Time now to name our Colby Dodge Ram Tough Player of the Game, and tonight that honor goes to Kennedy Stanley. I thought that she was a difference maker on both ends of the court. I'm not able to keep rebounding stats, but I believe that she was in the neighborhood of a double-double tonight. Very good on the glass, took advantage of a good matchup. Size-wise, was able to control the glass on both ends for Colby, and also finished with 11 points, had 8 of those in the first half, helping Colby out to a lead that they would not relinquish. Kennedy Stanley, the 5'9" senior center, is tonight's Colby Dodge Ram Tough Player of the Game. That is going to be that for the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show. We will step aside here for a short break, and when we come back, we'll bring you game 2 of our doubleheader from Ulysses tonight. Boys basketball action between the Eagles and the Ulysses Tigers. That is coming your way next here on 100.3 The Ride, KRDQ Colby. It is the Eagles on radio, and we're back after this with the Funk Optometry pregame show here on the 100.3 The Ride. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, bring it back to me. Well, welcome back to Ulysses. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We had a bit of a miscommunication here from Ulysses High School in Southwest Kansas, but we are back and ready for game number 2 of our Eagle basketball doubleheader tonight here on 100.3 The Ride. Tonight it is the Colby Eagles who are 3-4 on the season, taking on the Ulysses Tigers, who are also 3-4 on the campaign. This will be the GWAC opener for both teams. And in case you're wondering why that is the case, of course, Colby's already played Goodland and Scott City. The round robin was done away with this year in the GWAC. His teams could not agree to play everybody in the GWAC twice. So the compromise was reached that the last game played between two league foes, if there was two, or the only game, if there was only one scheduled, would count as the GWAC game, and each team would play 6 league games, one against each league foe. So this is the only meeting this year scheduled between Colby and Ulysses, unless the two meet in the Orange and Black Classic next week, in which case that would not change that this is the GWAC game, the league game between the Eagles and the Tigers. I'm Dan Lucero. I'm back with you on the Funk Optometry pregame show. Again, we do apologize for the disconnect there at the end of the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. Colby girls winning 45-20. Kennedy Stanley is tonight's Colby Dodge Ram Tough player of the game, and the Colby Eagle boys will hope to make it a clean sweep. They won here last year, 52-33, but they lost to Ulysses on their home floor, 59-46. So it was a split with each team winning at the other's gym. It has been a series dominated in recent years by Ulysses. They have won 18 of the last 22 and 12 of the last 14 over the Eagles. And Colby looking to turn the tide in this series and get their first win of 2021 as they are 0-2 to start the new year after a one-sided loss to Dodge City last Friday night. Colby looked to have victory in their sights at the Max Jones Fieldhouse on Tuesday night against Goodland. They led the game by 8 points with 6 minutes to go and were up by 5 with 2 minutes left and the ball. But Goodland rallied back, and in fact, it was Goodland who had a 4-point lead with 3 seconds left. Colby got a 3-pointer from Hunter Vaughn. Then after a pair of made free throws by Goodland, Vaughn hit another 3 from half court at the buzzer to tie the score at 58. Unfortunately, that shot did not spur the Eagles to a dramatic victory. It served as merely a footnote as Goodland would once again overtake Colby in the extra session and hold them off in the end. 67-65 was the final score as Colby's 5-game winning streak over the Cowboys was snapped. And that was despite an effort that saw 3 players score in double figures. Peyton Wallmeyer, the 6'5 senior, had his best scoring night of the campaign, finishing with 18 points. Ryan Myers was with him in double figures, as he's been in every game this season. He had 15 points. And Hunter Vaughn chipped in with 13 points. Second time he's been in double figures this year. The 13 points for Vaughn were a season high. But Colby can point to one number in particular as the reason why they weren't able to leave Goodland with a victory on Tuesday night, and that is their free throw percentage. Colby was 8 for 23 at the charity stripe, and that simply won't get it done. The Eagles have struggled mightily as a team from the line this year. Jacob Wetter and Jared Rush in particular have struggled, not to pick on those two, but they are a combined 7 for 28 from the free throw line. Peyton Wallmeyer, 19 of 33, but he had a tough night from the line. And even Ryan Myers, who's a 70% foul shooter, or 75% foul shooter, 15 of 20 on the year, even he missed a couple on Tuesday night. So it was not one player or 2 players, it was everybody having difficulty at the charity stripe. 8 of 23 as a team, and that's 15 points left out there in a game that Colby ultimately lost by 2 in overtime. And that one stung, and you could tell even when I talked to Parker McKee after the game, immediately following the game, and even talking to him today, I could tell that there was a little bit of a hangover effect, that one really stung. That was not a game that Colby felt like it should have lost, and they will be hungry to rebound tonight. They'll be doing so against a short-handed Ulysses Tiger team. This team is 3-4 on the year, and they've been led by the 1-2 punch of Aaron Galindo and Lance Walker. Galindo, the 5'11" senior, averaging nearly 18 points a game. Walker, who was a first-team All-GWAC player last year, averaging 16.5 points and 9 rebounds per contest. But one half of that dynamic duo will be sidelined tonight. Galindo is out. He was not dressed for pregame warmups. He's wearing a boot on his left foot, and that is 18 points a game that Ulysses is going to have to find from a different source in the backcourt. That likely means they will lean much heavier on Lance Walker. The 6'5 senior has been outstanding this season. I mentioned 16.5 points, 8.8 rebounds per game, a 55% shooter, 36 from behind the arc, 36%. First team All-League last year, and I'll hear the argument that he's the best player in the league this year. He and Ryan Nightingale are the returning starters that are available to the Tigers tonight. Nightingale, a 6-foot junior, averages nearly 10 points per contest, but the scoring really falls off from there. As 5'9 senior guard Oscar Martinez and 6'2 junior forward Levi Gwynn are the only other Tigers to average more than 3 points per game. Tigers as a team average about 58 points a game. That's substantially more than Colby, but again, 18 of those 58 sidelined tonight due to injury. Ulysses struggled last year in close games. They were 7-14 and just couldn't get over the hump in some close games, and that is a trend that has continued for them this season. The Tigers have lost 4 games by a combined 13 points. They lost their opener to Scott City by 2. They lost in the championship game at the Amos Morris Classic in Russell to Ellsworth by 5 points. Lost to Holcomb in overtime last Friday night by 4, and then dropped a 2-point home decision to Cimarron on Tuesday night, 46-44. And if you heard our pregame before the girls' game, the voice of the Tigers, Bob Dale, and I were chatting, and Bob says that this is a Ulysses team that tends to play up or down to the occasion and the opponent, and that can be an infuriating habit, especially if you're losing close games, and that has been the case for these Tigers. It's a program trying to get over the hump. They haven't had a winning season in 9 years. That was back when Jason Jones was their head coach. He's since had stints at Highland Park and is now the head coach at Lansing. Highland Park, that's, of course, Topeka area school. But it's a team that went 7-14 last year, trying to get back on track this year and have their first non-losing season in 8 years since they went 11-11 back in 2013. They have lost, like Colby has, back-to-back games to open this calendar year. Colby and Ulysses, the Eagles trying to overturn a recent history of Tiger dominance in this rivalry. They've lost 18 the last 22 to the Tigers, hoping to come away with a road win here tonight. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Eagles, Parker McKee. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second game of the evening between Colby Eagles and your Ulysses Tigers. Starting lineup for the Colby Eagles. Starting up is 5'9".
Hey, Clayton, make the break coming out of this only 30 seconds. Get rid of the funk optometry spot.
Next, 6'3" senior, number 3, Jake.
Make this break only 30. Take out the funk optometry.
13, Ryan Myers. The 6'5" senior, number 23, Jason Walmart. And finally, a 6' senior, number 24, Aaron Ruff. Assistant coaches for the Eagles, James Burke, Brian Franklin, and head coach is Parker McGee. And now, the starting lineup, your Ulysses Tigers! Starting at 6'5" senior, number
Welcome back to Ulysses. Time to meet the starting lineups for tonight's boys basketball GWAC contest between the Colby Eagles and Ulysses Tigers. We'll meet the Eagles first. They're 3-4 on the year, coached by Parker McKee. At the point is Hunter Vaughn, a 5'9" sophomore. At the 2, Ryan Myers, a 6'2" senior. At the 3, Jared Rush, a 6' senior. At the 4, Jacob Wetter, a 6'3" senior. And in the middle, Peyton Wallmeyer, a 6'5" senior. Vaughn, Myers, Rush, Wetter, and Wallmeyer for the Eagles in their red black uniforms with orange letters and numbers, white trim, and gray accents on the shoulders and the shorts. Now the 5 for the Ulysses Tigers, who are 3-4, coached by Chris Wagner. Again, they are without leading scorer Aaron Galindo night with what appears to be a left foot injury. They will start like this. At the point, Oscar Martinez, a 5'9" senior. At the 2, Ryan Nightingale, a 6' junior. A third guard is Ben Scott, a 5'11" junior. At the 4, Lance Walker, a 6'5" senior. And in the middle is Levi Gwynn, a 6'2" junior. Martinez, Nightingale, Scott Walker, and Gwynn for the Tigers. They're in home whites, black letters and numbers, and orange trim. The GWAC opener for both teams, only the second GWAC game of the season. Cimarron beat Goodland last Friday night, and so it is Cimarron atop the league. The winner of this one will be tied with them at 1-0. Colby inbounding at midcourt. They go left to right as you listen, and we are underway with Hunter Vaughn with the basketball to start. Guarded by Oscar Martinez. Throws to the high post left for Jacob Wetter. Man defense for Ulysses to start. Off the screen, Wetter finds Myers in the post. Ryan Myers going to work in the low block. Fakes, drop steps to his right, shoots off balance and banks it up and in over Nightingale. Ryan Myers with his first two to give Colby the lead. And that's a bit of a wrinkle. We haven't seen much of Ryan Myers operating out of the low block like that. And now Myers is called for a hand check foul on Nightingale out behind the volleyball line. Kind of foul you really can't give away, especially early. First on either team, 27 seconds in. Inbound into the backcourt for Nightingale. Colby matching up man-to-man to start. Left wing pass, Martinez. Martinez in the left corner for Gwynn, getting the start in place of the injured Aaron Galindo. Top of the key, Nightingale. Jab step fake, picks up the dribble, swings it right wing for Scott. Scott one dribble back to Nightingale left wing in the corner to Walker. Guarded by Jaron Rush. Walker, the first team all-league performer last year, feeds the post. It's Gwynn. Backing down Wallmeyer, shoots over him off the window, too firm. Rebounded by Wetter underneath for Colby. Vaughn up the floor for the Eagles. Slows the pace with the left hand. Now fires to the high post for Wallmeyer, who feeds a cutter. Ryan Myers, lay it with the right hand. Good, and the foul. Dream start for the Eagles. High post pass across the lane to the cutting Ryan Myers, who was fouled on the play by Ryan Nightingale, his first. Myers at the stripe for three the old-fashioned way. The free throw on the way. Swish. And that's encouraging for Colby, who again was 8 of 23 at the free throw line on Tuesday night at Goodland. 5-0 Eagles, a minute and change into this one. And we have a whistle. And I think the clock did not start on time. One of the three officials recognizing that. They ran or are running time off the clock, and now the clock reads 6:51, so there were 5 seconds that needed to be run off the clock there. We're back to action after an inbound. Martinez on the dribble drive. Into the paint he goes. Shoots over Vaughn. Too strong off the glass. Rebound to Wallmeyer. Hands off to Myers in transition. Myers out ahead. Stops on the right wing and slows the tempo. Around the horn it comes to Rush on the left wing. Rush off a Wetter screen. Stops. Whips it back up top for Wallmeyer. Wallmeyer going it alone. Stops on the post. Now spins to his left. Shoots and misses off the back rim. But he's fouled on the shot by Levi Gwynn. Wallmeyer went right at Gwynn. Looked like he was going to pass out to the right corner, but then drop-stepped and spun to his left. Missed the shot, but drew the contact. First foul on Gwynn, second on the Tigers. Wallmeyer short with his first free throw. Quick sub for Ulysses. Jesse Rosales, a 5'8 senior, checking into the game, replacing Gwynn. So Ulysses is going small. 4 guards and the 6'5 Walker. One more free throw for Wallmeyer. High arcing release. That one hits the back rim and won't go down. Rebounded by Walker for Ulysses. Wallmeyer misses both. Still 5-0 Colby. 6:20 to play first quarter. Rosales left corner. Dribbles out to the wing. Picked up by Vaughn on a switch. Stops his dribble and shovels to Nightingale between the circles. Nightingale guarded by Myers. Top of the key for Scott. Scott back to the left wing for Martinez. Martinez on the drive, goes past Wallmeyer into the paint. Runner off glass, too strong. Rebound juggled around. It's loose and Myers has it for Colby. Wallmeyer poked it away from Martinez. Myers into the forecourt, spins to his right, feeds Vaughn right wing. Back up top for Myers. Back to Vaughn as Ulysses, with the size disadvantage, shifts to a 2-3 zone. Vaughn has it high on the left. Wallmeyer goes to the left corner to catch. Back to Vaughn. Vaughn stops top of the key, feeds the high post Wetter. Wetter kicks left wing to Myers, who fumbles. Otherwise, he might have had a look from 3. Wallmeyer short corner out to Vaughn. Vaughn on the drive. Euro step into the paint. Left-handed layup, good. Hunter Vaughn attacking the 10 for 2. And it's a 7-0 Colby lead with 5:26 to play in the first quarter. The other way, it's Nightingale on the right-hand drive. Goes up over the defender. We have a whistle, and it's a basket. Counts. Blocking foul. Blocking foul to call. They called it on Peyton Wallmeyer. Too far underneath the basket. Peyton's first foul, and Ryan Nightingale has Ulysses on the board and a chance for the three-point play. Call came late, and I thought the official might be considering signaling a charge, but instead it's a blocking foul. Nightingale sinks the free throw. 7-3 Colby. 5:15 to play in the first. Vaughn to Myers, high left, right back to Vaughn. Early fouls for Myers and Wallmeyer. We'll see if that affects how Colby defends. Wetter, turn around, feeds the low post right to Wallmeyer, and the layup is good with the right hand on the reverse. Wallmeyer off the assist from Wetter. First deuce for Peyton, 9-3 Colby, 4:55 first quarter. And the Eagles very efficient offensively, getting any shot they want. Vaughn, a near steal out on the wing, deflects off of Martinez and out of bounds. Vaughn poked the ball out of Martinez's hands on the rip-through move, and then the ball hit Martinez and went out of bounds along the far sideline. Colby has it right back with a 9-3 advantage. Vaughn into the front court, angles right against the 2-3 zone. Nightingale and Martinez up top. Bounce pass between the two defenders to Wallmeyer. Right elbow, jumper, swish! Peyton Wallmeyer showing the mid-range from 15 feet. 11-3 Colby. Fast start for the Eagles, exactly what Parker McKee talked about on the Funk Optometry pregame show. Lance Walker in the left corner. Out to Martinez, deep on the wing, back into the corner for Walker. Hounded by Rush, driving the baseline into a double team, squeezes up between the two defenders and floats it up and in with the right hand. And a quick timeout taken by Ulysses. A 30-second timeout will stay here with 4:15 to play here in the first quarter. The Colby lead is 11-5. That's the first two for Lance Walker, who averages 16.5 a game. And his scoring all the more important tonight as Ulysses is without their leading scorer, Aaron Galindo, out with a left foot injury. 4:15 to play here in the opening quarter. Colby 11, Ulysses 5. Again, these two teams split last year, each winning on the other's home floor. So Colby trying to make it 2 straight here in Southwest Kansas. No changes for either team out of the timeout. Colby staying with their starting 5. Hunter Vaughn into the forecourt. And Ulysses switching their defense. Looks like a 1-3-1 perhaps. Short corner right. Wallmeyer kicks out to Myers left wing. Myers directing traffic. Feeds left corner for Jaron Rush. To the high post for Wallmeyer. Wallmeyer jumper short, but he was fouled across the arm. Wallmeyer at first looked for Wetter on the block. And then with space, decided to shoot and got hacked from behind by Oscar Martinez. Martinez's first foul, team foul number 3. Peyton Wallmeyer at the line, shooting a pair. First try, off the back rim. And Peyton got off to a good start from the line this year, but really struggled on Friday night. Now has missed 3 straight. Sub in for Ulysses, it's Yahir Alvarado, a 6-foot senior. Second free throw for Peyton, and that one gets the bounce. 5 for Wallmeyer, 5 for Myers, 12-5 Colby, halfway through the first. Rosales to the top of the key for Scott for Ulysses. Handoff to Alvarado on the weave action. Now on the right wing, Nightingale tosses up a contested 3 and buries it over Ryan Myers. Nightingale with 6 of Ulysses' 8 points. The Tigers within 4 at 12-8. Vaughn, left wing pass for Myers. It is a 1-3-1 zone here for Ulysses. Vaughn to Wallmeyer, short corner right. Feeding the cutter through the paint. Wetter, layup, no. Rebound tipped around. Wetter's got it. Power dribble. Head fakes Walker in the air and draws the foul. Good work by Jacob Wetter in the post. And he will shoot 2. Foul on Walker is his first, team foul number 4 on the Tigers. Jacob Wetter just 4 for 14 at the line so far. First free throw here off the heel. They are online so far for Colby, but a bit too strong. Shane Puckett is at the scorer's table for the Eagles. The 6-foot sophomore will replace Wetter at the next opportunity, which is now as Jacob swishes the second freebie. Sub coming for Ulysses as well. Levi Gwynn checks back in, replacing Ben Scott. So as Colby goes small with Jaron Rush as the power forward in this small lineup, Ulysses will go with Gwynn and Walker, their big lineup. Walker has it right wing. Rush on him. Pass into the right corner for Rosales. Back to the top of the key for Gwynn. Gwynn, left-hand dribble, stops at the top of the key and hands off to Alvarado. Alvarado lost control of the basketball, and it rolls into the backcourt where he picks it up for a backcourt violation. Turnover for Ulysses. That's their second. Colby, by my count, yet to turn the ball over tonight. Under 3 minutes to play first quarter, 13-8 Colby. Myers to Vaughn, top of the key. Vaughn had a look, didn't want the shot. Puckett left wing with it, back across to Vaughn on the right. Vaughn zips a pass underneath to a cutting Ryan Myers running the baseline, and the reverse layup with the right hand is good. Myers with 7, 15-8, Colby by 7. 2:35 left in the first. And a laser beam of a two-handed chest pass there from Hunter Vaughn. Walker behind the volleyball line. Rush in his shorts. Walker, a little step back move. Rush stays with him. Now cross over to the right hand. Walker into the paint. Triple team. Kick right corner. Rosales for 3. Off the back rim. Long rebound collected by Walker at the foul line. Second chance here for Ulysses. Walker on the drive. Goes past the defender with the Euro step. Missed the layup. Got his own rebound. And he's fouled on the putback. And that's 2 fouls here in the first quarter on Peyton Wallmeyer. That is significant. It's also team foul number 3 on Colby. Lance Walker will shoot 2. Walker on the year, 67% at the line. First try, rattles out, no good. Jacob Wetter back in. Wallmeyer will take a seat. Peyton was out to a fast start tonight, 5 points. Operating efficiently out of the high post, but he'll have to take a seat with those 2 fouls. Both free throws off the mark for Lance Walker. Long rebound run down by Shane Puckett for Colby. It remains 15-8 Eagles as we approach 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Myers right corner. Trap comes. Myers able to pass over to Jacob Wetter. Driving into the paint. Kicks it out left corner to Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn fakes a 3 and drives. Right hand dribble through the paint. Kicks across the lane. Open Myers. 3 right corner. Short. Long rebound to Wetter. Wetter tried to throw it back out to Myers. Pass got deflected. Stolen away by Alvarado. Walker brings the ball in the front court, crosses over to his right hand, driving on Rush, splits 2 defenders, fouled on the floor before the shot. That's on Jaron Rush, his first. Rush playing aggressively. He is not giving Walker an inch of space to breathe, no matter where Walker has the ball. Quick inbound to Rosales, left alone. He fires a 3 and buries it out of the left corner. Miscommunication on that inbound play, and Colby left Jesse Rosales alone. He's a 50% three-point shooter and buries that triple to cut it to 15-11. Colby in the lead with 1:20 left in the first quarter. Ulysses staying in that 1-3-1. Myers has it short corner left. The trap lurking. He passes across to the right corner. Shane Puckett for 3. Left it short. Offensive rebound, Jaron Rush. Power dribble, kick to Myers left corner. Now to Vaughn on the left wing. He bounces to Wetter in the short corner left side. Wetter backing down the defender. Now spins to his left on the baseline. Shoots a floater. Too strong, an air ball. And Walker rips the rebound away from Puckett for Ulysses. Final minute of the first quarter. Colby has led by as many as 8. The lead is down to 4, 15-11. Nightingale high right. Screen coming from Gwynn. Nightingale drives into a defender. Shoots a floater from the right block. Missed it too strong. Offensive rebound Walker. Put back good. Lead down to 2 for Colby. 15-13. 30 seconds to play first quarter. Eagles struggling to close the quarter. Vaughn out near the volleyball line with 24 seconds. Eagles may choose to hold for 1 here. He's being pressured out near the top of the arc by Alvarado. Now Myers stops his dribble left wing, bounces for Rush. Rush out to Puckett, right wing. He's wide open for 3. That's too strong. Offensive rebound to Wetter. Feeds a cutter. Puckett down the lane. Puckett missed the wide open layup and then commits a foul. With 6 seconds left in the quarter, the foul on Puckett, his first, team foul number 5. Boy, good cut by Shane Puckett on the missed shot. He was all alone, and then he tried to tip the pass from Wetter in one motion, and he left it short. Sub for Colby, Ian Rosales in for his first action, the 6'3 junior replacing Wetter. 6 seconds left. Ulysses could take the lead or tie here on his final possession of the first quarter. Nightingale flies into the front court, leaves it off for Walker with 2. Walker, deep 3, left wing contested. Off the back rim as time expires. Colby with a 2-point lead after 1 here in Ulysses. It's the Eagles 15, the Tigers 13. We're back in a minute with the second quarter. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride. Dan Lucero back with you for quarter number 2 from Ulysses. Colby 15, Ulysses 13 in the GWAC opener for both of these boys basketball squads. Colby's 5, the same that closed the first quarter. Vaughn, Myers, Rush, Wetter, and Rosales. Peyton Wallmeyer on the bench with 2 fouls. For Ulysses, it's Nightingale, Scott, Rosales, Alvarado, and Walker. Ulysses ball right to left as you're listening. Jesse Rosales driving past Ian Rosales into the lane, collides with Jaron Rush, and Rush is called for a blocking foul. That's 2 on Jaron. That's also team foul number 6 on the Eagles, and it sends Shane Puckett to the scorer's table. Puckett in, Rush to the bench. Rosales to inbound, hoop to his left underneath, feeds Walker on the short block. Backing down Wetter, spins into the paint, squeezes between 2 defenders, missed the layup short, but drew the foul. That's a savvy play by Walker. He's in a tough position in a double team. Really good footwork to split the 2 defenders anyway and get a shot up. He got fouled by Ian Rosales. That's his first. And Ulysses in the bonus for the final 7:44 this first half as Walker sinks the first free throw. One more can tie it. Colby started fast. They led by as many as 8. But Ulysses is chipped away. And a sub for Ulysses is Alvarado goes to the bench, replaced by Adrian Torres, a 5'9 senior. First action for Torres. Peyton Wallmeyer checking back in for Colby. Calculated wrist by Coach Parker McKee. Trusts Wallmeyer to play with 2 fouls. He replaces Ian Rosales. Walker misses a second free throw. It swirls out. Walker just 1 for 4 at the free throw line. And Colby maintains their lead, 15-14, but Ulysses has scored the last 6 points. Early second quarter, Puckett looking back door, and it's an easy steal. Wetter was the intended target. It was picked out by Ben Scott. Out ahead are the Tigers. Right wing Walker, top of the key for Nightingale. Nightingale drive and kick, left wing Scott, extra pass Walker deep in the corner. Wetter on him defensively. Bounce pass to the top of the key for Rosales. Around the horn it comes, right corner, a 3 for Nightingale. Swish, and Ulysses has their first lead. 9 straight for the Tigers. They lead 17-15 minute into the second quarter. Vaughn right wing against this 1-3-1 zone to Wallmeyer in the high post. Now Myers right corner. Back to Wallmeyer at the foul line. Driving with the left hand. Goes right into Walker. High off the window, no. Offensive rebound to Wetter. He kicks to Myers. Right wing for 3. Swish! Ryan Myers connects from Triple City. He's already in the double figures with 10. And Colby back in front, 18-17. Quickly the other way, Nightingale, another 3 try from the right wing. That one rattles out. Rebounded offensively by Ben Scott for Ulysses. And now Scott has the top of the key. He's open for 3 and buries it. 20-18 Tigers. Back and forth we go early in this second quarter. 6:20 to play in the first half. Puckett to Vaughn, right wing. Wallmeyer on the high post. Looking for Myers and overthrow him on the cut. Out of bounds. Turnover number 3 for Colby. Sub for the Eagles. Bryce Myers checking in, the 5'10 junior, replacing Puckett. 4th time in 8 games this year that Bryce Myers has seen action. Tiger ball with a 2-point advantage. Nightingale to the left wing for Walker. Wallmeyer on him man-to-man. Walker has it back from Nightingale. Looking to drive, and he carried the basketball. Got a little too fancy with the between-the-legs dribble, and it came up on him a little high, and he got underneath it. Carrying called. 3rd turnover on Ulysses. Eagle ball the other way, down by 2. 5:50 to play first half. Bryce Myers, top of the key for Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn fakes right, passes left to Bryce Myers. Bryce stops left wing, back to Vaughn, top of the key. Thought about the 3, feeds the cutter instead. Ryan Myers, low block left, head fake, layup, left it short. Loose ball rebound, scooped up by Ben Scott. Colby looked a little hesitant and looking a little hesitant right now at times to shoot, just to pull the trigger. Walker has his pocket pick by Jacob Wetter. Wetter comes the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Wetter out to the trailer. Ryan Myers, left wing for 3. Left it short. Ryan Myers couldn't get it to fall. Rebounded by Scott again for the Tigers. 5:10 to play first half. Ulysses 20, Colby 18. Walker down the left baseline, left alone. Floats it in with the right hand. 22-18 Tigers. Colby wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here with 5:03 to play in the first half. Ulysses currently on a 14-3 run And they lead Colby by 4, their largest lead of the night, 22-18. And in the absence of their leading scorer, Aaron Galindo, Ryan Nightingale has stepped forward. He averages just shy of 10 points a game, already has 9 here in the first half. And Ulysses has connected on 4 3-pointers to just 1 for Colby. Parker McKee calling timeout to try and stabilize things for the Eagles, who maybe have been a little bit passive on offense and a little bit out of sync after a really fine start on that side. Same 5 for Colby out of the timeout. Wallmeyer still playing with 2 fouls. Hunter Vaughn up into the front court, bounces high left for Bryce Myers. He stops his dribble on the left wing, skips it back to Hunter Vaughn. High post to Wallmeyer. Right corner to Ryan Myers. 3-pointer up. Swish! Ryan Myers knocks down another triple. Colby within 1 at 22-21. Myers with 13 in the first half. Martinez for Ulysses. Hands between the circles to Torres. Torres on the right-hand drive. Kicks it out to Nightingale. Up top for Scott. Fakes the shot and drives. Nearly lost the handle and did travel with it. Colby defender got a hand in and disrupted the dribble and forced the turnover. And Scott goes to the bench, replaced by Jesse Rosales for the Tigers. Colby can regain the lead here with 4.5 minutes to play in the first half, trailing 22-21. Ryan Myers to Hunter Vaughn, top of the key. Lobs it back to Bryce Myers, left wing. Back across for Vaughn. Vaughn thought about the 3, pulled it down. Bounce pass to Wallmeyer on the high post, right at the middle of the foul line. Driving with the left hand on Walker. Spins to his right, shoots the fadeaway. Off the back rim, wouldn't stay down. Walker with the board for Ulysses. Long lead pass out ahead to Torres. Torres in the right corner, brings the dribble out around to the right wing. Feeds it back into the corner for Martinez. Martinez using his dribble, driving with the left hand, splits 2 defenders, shoots a runner off the back rim, too strong. Rebounded by Bryce Myers. Here comes Colby. Vaughn up the left side in the front court. To the trailer, Bryce Myers, top of the key. Hooks it back to Vaughn, left wing. Vaughn on the drive, into the paint he goes. Driving kick, left corner. Ryan Myers for 3. Left it too short. Weak side offensive rebound to Jacob Wetter for Colby. Now back with Vaughn to the high post for Wallmeyer. The cutter not there. Wallmeyer backing down instead. On the drive and kick. Left corner, Ryan Myers. Fakes the 3. Out to Bryce Myers. Extra pass, Vaughn. Right wing. Open 3. Left it short. Rebound snared by Nightingale. And then Nightingale fouled by Ryan Myers up the floor. That's 2 on Ryan Myers. 3 Colby starters with 2 fouls. That's team foul number 8 as well. Ryan Nightingale shoot a 1-and-1 with 3:14 to play in the first half. Ben Scott back into the game, replacing Torres for Ulysses, as Nightingale, a 63% foul shooter, takes the line for the bonus opportunity. Front end is a quick release on the way, and he got the roll. Shane Puckett to the scorer's table for Colby. He'll relieve Ryan Myers. So that's 3 starters with 2 fouls for Colby, and one of them, Wallmeyer, is still playing. If you're in that spot, if you're Colby, you kind of just have to weather the last 3:14 and hope you're in a good spot when those players can play a little more unencumbered in the second half. As Nightingale misses the second free throw, both teams 3 for 7 at the charity line. 23-21, Ulysses, with 3 minutes to play in the first half. Vaughn, top of the key, back to Bryce Myers on the left wing. Bryce with the handle, stops his dribble, feeds to an open Vaughn. Top of the key, 3. In and out. That's a quality look against the 1-3-1. Vaughn can't find the range here early. Rebounded by Walker for Ulysses. Up the floor is Nightingale. Going coast to coast. Left his runner short as Wallmeyer may have altered it. And Puckett has the board for Colby. Nobody noticed Nightingale had the ball until Wallmeyer turned around and was fortunate to be able to affect the shot. Vaughn to Bryce Myers. Bryce Myers, the 3 right wing. That's in and out. Walker has the rebound. Colby has made just 2 threes in this first half. They've had a lot of good looks and can't find the range. Walker on the drive. Into the paint. Collides, and it's an offensive foul. Jacob Wetter stands in to draw the charge. That's 2 on Lance Walker with 2:19 to play in the first half. And Wetter hit the ground hard. I heard the thwap from all the way up here. Thankfully, he's all right. Turnover number 6 for the Tigers. Colby ball down by 2. Wetter, high post left. On the drive, into the paint, kicks it out to Puckett. Touch pass back to Bryce Myers, left wing. Now Vaughn on the right. Vaughn through the lane, kicks out. Now Puckett, left corner, a three-pointer on the way. Left it short, rebounded by Wallmeyer. Stick back, around the rim and out. Third chance Wetter, blocked by Walker. That's a foul. That's 3 on Lance Walker. He can't believe it as he just walks right to the Ulysses sideline. Jacob Wetter to the line for 2, and big foul trouble for the Ulysses star. First free throw for Wetter on the way. That one rattles in. Checking in to replace Walker, Yahir Alvarado. Minute 56 to play in the first half, and now if you're Ulysses, you're trying to weather foul trouble for your best player. Wetter's second free throw for the tie, nothing but net. Jacob Wetter 3 for 4 from the line tonight. We're even at 23. Martinez into the front court, backing down Wetter on the high post. Feeds it out now in the right corner. Jesse Rosales with Ian Rosales, who just checked in on him. Now Nightingale, pull up right elbow jumper. Short, weak side defensive rebound, Puckett for Colby. Eagles can regain the lead here. Minute 38 to play first half. Bryce Myers, top of the key. To the high post, Wetter. Wetter, nearly stripped, maintains the possession and traveled with the basketball. Before he started his dribble, the pivot foot slid just a little bit. Turnover number 4 for Colby. Levi Gwynn into the game for Ulysses, replacing Oscar Martinez, a big for a small. Final 90 seconds of this first half. Ulysses with the ball, chance to regain their advantage. Ben Scott, high right, between the circles for Alvarado, left corner Rosales. Gwynn posting up, wanted it on the block. Wetter poked the pass away, it's a steal. The other way it's Vaughn, one-on-one. Vaughn, the layup with the right hand, no. Got his own rebound, tip in, no. Rebound to Rosales. Ian Rosales, put back, miss, but he's fouled. Boy, Colby just struggling from the field in this first half, but getting a lot of good looks. Hunter Vaughn couldn't find it on his first or second try. Ian Rosales was fouled by Levi Gwynn. That's 2 on Gwynn. And before Ian Rosales shoots free throws, a timeout by Ulysses. It's a full timeout. We'll take it. A minute 4 to play in the first half, tied at 23. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride, KRDQ Colby. Welcome back to Ulysses. Ian Rosales at the free throw line for Colby, trying to bank in the first try and missed it too strong. Colby and Ulysses tied at 23 with 64 seconds left in the half. One more free throw coming for Ian Rosales on the way, and that one is good. And Ian Rosales gives Colby the lead back, 24-23. Ulysses ball, right to left as you're listening. You hear Alvarado, lobs to Ben Scott in the right corner. Scott back to Levi Gwynn, top of the key. Gwynn around to the left wing, hands off there to Jesse Rosales. Jesse Rosales on the drive. Into the paint he goes, collides with Ian Rosales, and they call the foul on the bigger man, Ian. It's 2 on Ian Rosales. Jesse Rosales to the free throw line for a pair with 47 seconds left in the half. Jesse Rosales 2 for 6 from the line this year, 33%. First of 2 on the way here, and he left it short. Neither team really great from the free throw line so far. Ulysses now 3 for 8 after that miss. Colby 6 for 11. Second try for Jesse Rosales. Swish. And we're back on level terms, 24-24. Hunter Vaughn into the front court for Colby. Vaughn, Puckett, Bryce Myers, Wetter, and Rosales for Colby. First time this lineup's played together all year. And Vaughn just dribbling back and forth, switching hands with every bounce, just inside the midcourt line, content to run out the clock on this first half. Down under 20 seconds to play in the half. Ryan Nightingale giving Vaughn a wide berth. Go time for Vaughn with 15 seconds. Right wing pass for Puckett. Puckett in the right corner, Bryce Myers. 8 seconds. Myers brings the dribble out to the wing. Feeds up top for Vaughn with 5 seconds. Vaughn has space for three. Left it short. Offensive rebound, Rosales, and he's fouled with 1 second left. Ian Rosales doing the dirty work tonight for Colby. Off the bench. He was fouled by Levi Gwynn. That's 3 on Gwynn. So Ulysses in big foul trouble in the post. Walker with 3, Gwynn with 3. 2 free throws for Ian Rosales. First one, big bounce off the back rim, and it falls off to the right. No good. One more coming to try and give Colby the lead. It's on the way for Ian, and that one off the back rim. Runs down his own rebound, gets a layup, buzzer beater, and hits it to the left baseline as time expires. Ian Rosales floats it in from about 10 feet on the left baseline, and Colby leads by 2 at the half. Colby 26, Ulysses 24. Outstanding finish to the first 16 minutes here in Ulysses. We will take a break, come back with the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride. Play this one and break 23, Clayton.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the UAS varsity cheerleaders. Introducing the varsity cheerleaders, senior Kirsten Smith. Haley Kramer. Haley Barcelona. Betty Jo McMahon. Yasmin Meridia. Sophomore Vicky Gutierrez. Taylor Ackley. Freshman Olivia De Leon. And Addie Manzano. Dance choreography by senior Haley Traver and Coach Lori Barnes and Beth Stuff. Ladies and gentlemen.
It is halftime here in Ulysses, and it is very silent here as we're waiting for the music to come on for the dance team here at Ulysses High School, and a bit of that nervous tittering that always happens when the music is not working. And now a nice hand for the dancers who are very ready to perform, but the music just not cooperating for whatever reason. Anyway, it was a fun first half. Back and forth, the two teams went 26-24. Colby leading Ulysses after an Ian Rosales buzzer beater from the left baseline. He missed 2 free throws, but ran down his own rebound and tossed it up and in from a tough angle as time expired. Colby had the better of the early exchanges, scored the game's first 7 points, led by as many as 8 in the first quarter, 11-3. Pushed the lead back to 7 at 15-8, but Ulysses started to chip away. They would go on a 9-0 run that spanned the end of the first quarter and the beginning of the second, and took their first lead of the game at 17-15. Colby jumped right back in front on a Ryan Myers three-pointer, but then Ulysses got a 3 and another hoop and led by 4 with 5 minutes left in the first half, prompting a Parker McKee timeout. Then the two teams would trade baskets the rest of the way and trade free throws. Neither team real good from the free throw line. Ulysses 4 of 9, Colby 6 of 13. It was tied at 24 after a Jesse Rosales free throw. Colby had the last crack at it. A missed three-pointer created a rebound opportunity for Ian Rosales, who missed the layup but was fouled, missed both free throws but got his own rebound and made the buzzer beater. 26-24 Colby at the break. We'll come back in 2 minutes with the halftime individual scores and reset the girls' game from earlier tonight on the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride. Halftime in Ulysses, Colby 26, Ulysses 24, your halftime score in the GWAC opener for these two boys basketball teams. Your individual scorers, Ulysses led by Ryan Nightingale with 10 points. Lance Walker added 7. It was 4 for Jesse Rosales and 3 for Ben Scott. Oscar Martinez, Adrian Torres, Levi Gwynn, and Yahir Alvarado played but did not score. Again, Ulysses does not have their leading scorer, Aaron Galindo, out tonight with a left foot injury. Colby was led by Ryan Myers with 13 points, already in the double figures for the 8th time in as many games. It was 5 points for Peyton Wallmeyer, 3 apiece for Jacob Wetter and Ian Rosales, and 2 points for Hunter Vaughn. Shane Puckett, Bryce Myers, Jaron Rush played and didn't score. Earlier tonight, Colby girls were winners, 45-20 over Ulysses. They jumped out to an 11-0 lead, never looked back. Scored 18 points in the third quarter as they pulled out to a 26-point lead going into the fourth and cruised from there. 14 points for Brooklyn Jones, 13 for Emma Curry, and 11 for Kennedy Stanley in the win. Colby now 4-4 and 1-0 in the GWAC. Ulysses girls 1-7 and 0-1 in league play. As for this one, 26-24 Colby, key for the second half. Eagles have to be more efficient on offense, and when they get open three-point looks, which they will against the Ulysses zone, They got to start making those count. They missed far too many open shots in that first half. If they can find the range, they might just pull away. But Ulysses certainly has won 18 of the last 22 meetings, so they'll be confident that they can find a way here in the second half against Colby. 26-24 Eagles. We're back with the second half after this. You've been listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. It's Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Okay, that's perfect. One more. Welcome back to Ulysses. I'm Dan Lucero. Colby 26, Ulysses 24. Boys basketball action in the Great West Activities Conference. Eagles still in their huddle. The Ulysses Tigers are out onto the floor with their starting five of Ryan Nightingale, Ben Scott, and Oscar Martinez at the guards, Lance Walker and Levi Gwynn in the post. Walker and Gwynn each had 3 fouls in the first half. We'll see if Colby tries to take advantage. The Eagles will start with their same 5 as well. Hunter Vaughn, Ryan Myers, Jaron Rush, Jacob Wetter, and Peyton Wallmeyer. Myers, Wallmeyer, and Rush all had 2 first-half fouls, and all should be pretty rested. Parker McKee was able to steal some quality bench minutes from the likes of Bryce Myers and Ian Rosales. Colby ball right to left. The inbound to Ryan Myers. And he hands off to Hunter Vaughn as soon as Vaughn crosses into midcourt. Vaughn on the left wing against the 1-3-1 zone. Right wing pass, dangerous, stolen. Picked off by Nightingale, and he's on the breakaway. And Ryan Nightingale finishes with the left hand to tie the game at 26. Nightingale read the mail all the way on that pass as Ryan Myers drives down the lane on the left, shoots up over the defense, and scores off the glass. Careful little drive there from Ryan Myers, and a steal by Hunter Vaughn in the inbound, and Vaughn lays it up and in. Back-to-back hoops for the Eagles to take a 30-26 lead. Scoreboard says 29-26. I'm not entirely sure why that's the case. On the drive, it's Martinez going right past Wetter, but he missed the layup. Offensive rebound, Walker, layup, good foul. Third chance bucket for Lance Walker. And the foul is on Jaron Rush. That is Rush's third. I don't know why Colby only has 29 points. They had 26 at the half. They've made two two-pointers. Why do they only have 29 on the scoreboard? Free throw off the mark for Walker. Rebounded by Colby. Colby in the lead, 30-28 as Ryan Myers goes down the middle of the floor and misses the lefty layup. Rebounded by Gwynn. Here comes Ulysses, chance to tie or regain the lead. Ben Scott, baseline right, jumper swishes through, and we're tied at 30, I think. And now the scoreboard is correct. Colby has the right number of points. And now it is 30-30. Thank you, scoreboard operator. Rush feeding down low left. Peyton Wallmeyer on the cut, lays it in. Good pass from Rush to Wallmeyer. And Colby leads 32-30. Back and forth we go with 6:20 to play in this third quarter. Nightingale, angle dribble right, pass in the right corner for Scott, who fakes and drives, stops at the left elbow, stripped to the ball, gets it back, feeds out to Nightingale, whose defender slipped. His three-pointer short. Rebound deflects out to the top of the key, poked by Scott to Martinez. Martinez on the drive, pull-up 10-footer, wild shot, missed. Rebound on the floor. Rush has it and is fouled by Gwynn. That's 4 on Levi Gwynn. And that's going to hinder Chris Wagner's ability to play a big lineup here in the second half as he goes to the bench, replaced by Yahir Alvarado, who measures just 6 feet. Colby ball, 2 minutes into the third quarter, up by 2, 32-30. Finally, me and the scoreboard in agreement. Hunter Vaughn stops his dribble high left, short corner for Wetter, who drives the baseline, pulls up, stripped to the basketball from behind, picks up the loose ball, kicks out to Ryan Myers on the right wing. Extra pass rush, right corner, just inside the arc. He finds Wallmeyer in the high post, feeding Wetter. The pass was behind him, and Karam DeVaughn in the left corner. Vaughn is open. Step back three-pointer on the way. In and out and back in for Hunter Vaughn. He is Mr. Second Half. He really gets going in the second half of games. Vaughn with 7, 35-30 Eagles. Alvarado skip past Scott. Top of the key, guarded by Ryan Myers. Eagles playing man-to-man defense here. Driving on rush is Walker down the left baseline. Tried to reverse, hit the underside of the backboard, and Ryan Myers has the rebound for Colby. Eagles on the run. It's Wallmeyer down the lane on the left. Pulls up, shoots over to the defender, trying to draw the charge, and didn't have the touch. It rimmed out off the glass. Alvarado clears for Ulysses. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Colby by 5. Nightingale off the screen. Step back three, top of the key. Short. Long rebound to Wetter for Colby. Ryan Myers brings it forward on a jog right up the middle of the floor. Right wing pass for Vaughn. Vaughn cut off in that 1-3-1 by Alvarado, who's at the tip of it. Vaughn with space. Thought about the three. Bounces to Wetter, high post instead. Now Ryan Myers, left corner for Jaron Rush. Whips it down low, looking for Wallmeyer, but knifing in front to knock the pass out of bounds underneath is Nightingale. Sub for Ulysses, Jesse Rosales in for Oscar Martinez. 4:39 to play in the third. Colby inbounding underneath with a 5-point lead, 35-30. Inbound to Wetter outside the arc in the corner. Around to Rush, top of the key. Back to the short corner left for Wetter. Wetter, touch pass Wallmeyer with position in the post. He lays it up and in. Walker on his hip, didn't want to pick up a fourth foul, and Wallmeyer knew it and took advantage. 37-30 Colby. 4:20 to go in the third. Alvarado in the left corner. Walks the dribble out to the wing now, explodes and drives through the paint, kicks right corner to Rosales. Rosales stops his dribble and traveled with the basketball as a double team arrived. Turnover number 8 for Ulysses. Excellent start to this third quarter for Colby. They're on a 7-0 run, and they lead by 7 halfway through the third. Vaughn between the rings. Back to man-to-man defense for Ulysses now. Pass to the top of the arc for Wallmeyer, deflected away by Vaughn, or rather deflected to Vaughn by Walker. Back to the high post for Wallmeyer. He catches outside the arc on the right. One dribble, dumps it for Wetter. Low block left. Wetter spins baseline, shoots off the glass, scores and draws the foul. Had the smaller defender Rosales on him, Jacob Wetter using that 3-inch advantage to score and draw the foul. Rosales his first foul, and Jacob Wetter to the free throw line for the three-point play opportunity. The free throw is on the way, in and out. 9-point Colby lead, 39-30, their largest lead of the night, with 3:38 to play in the third. Nightingale, top of the key. High post for Scott in the right corner for Walker. Contested three. Rattles home. Lance Walker showing the deep range. He's into double figures with 10. And Ulysses has to get him going. Colby lead down to 6, 39-33. 3:18 left in the third. Ryan Myers, top of the circle. Left wing pass for Vaughn. Vaughn steps back. Now drives down the left baseline. Kicks out to Ryan Myers. Now Wallmeyer on the high post. Wallmeyer driving on Walker. Spins to his left. Layup blocked, but a foul is called. That's 4 on Lance Walker. And Peyton Wallmeyer's going to the line for 2. Team foul number 3 on the Tigers in the half. And in comes Levi Gwynn for Ulysses. If I'm the Colby Eagles, I'm pounding it inside because outside of Walker and Gwynn, there is no post depth for this Tiger team. Peyton Wallmeyer to the line, 1 for 4 tonight. Free throw on the way, swish. Wallmeyer into double figures again. He's got 10. And Colby makes a sub. Jacob Wetter checks out, replaced by Shane Puckett. As Colby will go to a small lineup with Ulysses going a little smaller with Walker out of the game. Second free throw for Peyton Wallmeyer. Left that one short. Rebounded by Alvarado. And then Alvarado stripped by Jaron Rush. Away to Vaughn. Vaughn into the paint. Euro step. Layup missed, but he's fouled. Colby a chance to build on their 40-33 lead here after Wallmeyer split that pair of free throws. The foul on Alvarado, his first. And team number 4. Hunter Vaughn at the line for the first time tonight. Free throws 17 and 18 for Colby in the game. Vaughn doesn't get the roll on his first. It fell off the right side of the rim. Adrian Torres checks in for the Tigers, replacing Yahir Alvarado. With Aaron Galindo out with injury, with Lance Walker on the bench with 4 fouls, who's going to score for the Ulysses Tigers here in this third quarter? 2:57 left in the third. Vaughn splits the pair of freebies to make it 41-33, Colby by 8. Quickly into the front corner of the Tigers. Torres brings the dribble out to the right wing, up top for Nightingale, who's their leading scorer tonight with 12 points. Left wing for Rosales. He drives, weaving into the paint, shovels underneath to Gwynn, who bobbles, collects, and lays it in. Levi Gwynn's first 2. Colby lead down to 6, 41-35. 2:40 to play in the third. Ryan Myers driving left baseline. Tough angle floater on the run. No. Offensive rebound, Wallmeyer. Missed the putback. Rebound to Gwynn. I thought Gwynn might have fouled out right there. They didn't blow the whistle. Quickly the other way are the Tigers. And colliding with the defender is Torres. Offensive foul. Ryan Myers draws the charge. Torres' first foul. Team foul number 5 on Ulysses. That is the 10th Tiger turnover as well. 2:27 left in the third. Colby 41, Ulysses 35. Hunter Vaughn driving down the left baseline. His runner misses short. He is called for an offensive foul. Torres drawing a charge on the other end. Vaughn's first foul, second on the Eagles rather. Ben Scott, top of the circle. Right wing pass for Torres. Guarded by Ryan Myers. Colby's in man-to-man. Nightingale driving on Vaughn into the paint. Tough angle runners and air ball. Rebounded by Gwynn. He's stripped. He gets it back underneath the basket. Handoff in the paint to Torres. And before the shot, which went in, Ulysses calls timeout. It's a full timeout called by Chris Wagner. We'll take a 1-minute break with 1:58 to play in the third. Colby 41, Ulysses 35. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. Colby by 6, 41-35 over Ulysses. 58 to play in the third quarter. Ulysses ball from underneath the basket. Ryan Nightingale inbounds. It's a lob to Jesse Rosales. Quickly in the left corner for Nightingale. Catch and shoot 3 is short, and a rebound to Jaron Rush underneath for Colby. Hunter Vaughn jogs it ahead for the Eagles. Vaughn to the foul line for Wallmeyer. Catching, facing away from the basket. Turns to face up Gwynn. Spins to his right. Takes Gwynn to the cup. Right-handed runner. Left it short. Rebound to Jaron Rush in the post. To Wallmeyer at the foul line. Jump shot from there. In and out. Gwynn clears the glass for Ulysses. Ripping it away from Vaughn and Rush. Outlet ahead up the right side of Torres in transition. Torres peels off into the right corner and stops there. He's left all alone. Tried to step into a 3 and made it, but it won't count because he traveled with it. He took one extra step into the shot. Everybody in the gym saw that travel. Sub for Colby, Jacob Wetter back in, replacing Shane Puckett. Minute 21 to play in the third. Colby maintaining a 6-point lead, but the offense has gone a little quiet after a fast start to this quarter. Wetter, right elbow, one dribble to the foul line, kick out to Rush in the left corner. Down low for Wallmeyer. Left post. Goes right around Gwynn. Right-handed layup. Short, but a foul is called, and Levi Gwynn has fouled out. Gwynn fouls out with 2 points, and Peyton Wallmeyer goes to the line for 2. Colby struggling for a second straight game from the charity stripe, just 8 for 18. Gwynn will sit, replaced by Alvarado. And Oscar Martinez checks in for Adrian Torres for the Tigers. And this is a small lineup right now for Ulysses. Tallest player out there is Alvarado at 6 foot even. Wallmeyer cans the first freebie. He'll shoot one more. That extends the Colby lead with 1:03 to play in the third. Gives them a 7-point advantage. We'll see if the scoreboard can catch up. One more coming for Peyton. Swish. Wallmeyer with a dozen, 43-35 Eagles. Nightingale blazing fast down the floor, goes right to the middle of the paint, floats it in with the right hand. Colby didn't get back on defense. Ryan Nightingale made him pay. 43-37 Eagles. 50 seconds to play in the third. Wetter on the high post right side. He keeps his pivot foot, finds Vaughn. Now Wallmeyer backing his way in on Martinez. Spins baseline. Got the roll and got the foul. Colby's just going to feast with this small Ulysses lineup on the floor. They're going to keep feeding the big man. Peyton Wallmeyer a chance for the 3-point play. Foul on Martinez, his second. Team foul number 7. Colby's in the bonus the rest of the way. And Wallmeyer converts the free throw. 46-37, Colby with a 9-point lead, matching their biggest. Martinez stops top of the key, left wing to Nightingale. Nightingale off the screen. Puckett catches up on a scritch. Now it's Nightingale all the way down the middle of the paint, again knocking down the tough floater. Nightingale with 16, 46-39, Colby by 7. Final 20 seconds of the third. Wallmeyer on the high post. To the cutter, Ryan Myers into the middle of the paint, and he is fouled before the shot. A blocking foul called on Nightingale, his second. Ryan Myers to the free throw line for the bonus. With 12 seconds to play in the third. Colby 11 for 21 at the free throw line, but they could have a lot of opportunities down the stretch for free points. Ryan Myers came into tonight 15 of 20 on the season at the charity line. Front end of the 1-and-1, no, it rattled out. Rebounded by Alvarado. Still a 7-point lead. Martinez quickly down the floor in the left corner. A wide open Ben Scott with 5 seconds for 3. Left it short. Rebounded by Vaughn with 2 seconds with 1 second. And Vaughn does not try and duplicate his last second heroics of last week. Passing on the chance to shoot a half-court shot as time expires on quarter number 3. The Eagles with a 7-point advantage over the Ulysses Tigers, 46-39. We're back in a minute. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. Dan Lucero back with you from Ulysses. Colby 46, Ulysses 39 as the fourth quarter is underway. Ulysses with the ball left to right as you're listening. It's Yahir Alvarado on the drive. Kick right corner, an open 3 for Jesse Rosales is good. his second three of the night. He's got 7 off the bench, and Ulysses is hanging around, down by just 4, despite the foul trouble of Lance Walker in the absence of their leading scorer, Aaron Galindo, out with an injury. Colby turns it over. Rush tried to find Wallmeyer on a throw into the post. It was stolen by Rosales. The other way, on the left wing, stepping into a 3 is Martinez, and it's around the rim and in. And just like that, it's a 1-point game, 46-45, an 8-0 run for Ulysses. 40 seconds into the fourth quarter. Ryan Myers, high post right, intended for Wetter, stolen away by Alvarado. Ulysses overplaying the post entry, and it's paying off. Into the front court, an offensive foul called on Nightingale as he barreled over Jaron Rush. That's a big play defensively by Rush, holding his ground and drawing the charge. That's 3 fouls on Nightingale and a turnover for Ulysses. Sub for the Tigers, Adrian Torres in for Nightingale. I think it's the first time Nightingale's come off the floor tonight. He's got 16. Lance Walker has 12, but he's sitting with 4 fouls. The other post player for Ulysses, Levi Gwynn, is already fouled out. So Colby's trying to get it down low, but Ulysses is overplaying it, and they've had success the last couple of times down. Now Wallmeyer on the drive, down the left lane, the layup missed short, but he drew the foul on Oscar Martinez. That's Martinez's third. Colby now in the double bonus the rest of the way. That was team foul number 10 on the Tigers. Wallmeyer would have been shooting 2 anyway. First try here, nothing but nylon. Minute and change gone in this fourth quarter. The lead back to 2 for Colby. They've led by as many as 9 in the game. Wallmeyer sinks both. He's got 17 to lead the way for Colby. They lead 48-45. Martinez, right corner for Ben Scott. Scott back to the top of the key for Torres. Driving on Vaughn into the paint. Hands off to Martinez. Martinez lefty drive. Pull up 8-footer from the right angle. Short. Rebounded by Hunter Vaughn. This is a spot where Colby has to take advantage. The leading scorers for Ulysses are off the floor. Colby must build on their 3-point lead. Vaughn to the high post for Wallmeyer. Feeds the cutter, Ryan Myers. Head fake, layup, short. Got his own rebound. Quadruple teamed and fouled. I thought he got fouled on the shot. Definitely thought he got fouled on the rebound. And ultimately, the foul called on the floor. So it's on Jesse Rosales, his second. Ryan Myers to shoot 2 free throws. He is 2 for 3 tonight. Or 1 for 3, excuse me. First free throw in the double bonus. Gets the roll. Nightingale, after a brief rest, back in for the Tigers, replacing Alvarado. And now Ulysses really doesn't have any post players in the game. This is a 5-guard lineup. In and out for Myers on the second free throw. The rebound grabbed by Torres. 49-45 Colby. 6:18 and counting to play. Colby trying to win in Ulysses for a second straight year. Nightingale, deep 3 from the right wing, way off the mark, but the long rebound carom to Rosales. His 3 from the top of the key, gets the bounce. And Ulysses calls time. They're back within 1. Front rim, square, and in. The home rim's kind to Jesse Rosales, who came in averaging 3 points a game, has 10 off the Ulysses bench tonight. And the Tigers call a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here with 6:03 to play in the game. The 3 ball keeping the Tigers in it. They have made 8 3-pointers tonight to just 3 for Colby. Eagles led 39-30, led 46-39 not even 2 minutes of game time ago. But Ulysses has hit 3 3-pointers here in the fourth, 2 from Rosales and 1 from Oscar Martinez. How long will Chris Wagner keep Lance Walker on the bench with those 4 fouls? When will he go back to his standout player, a first-team All-GWAC performer last year? Colby into the front court out of the timeout. Myers right corner to the post for Wallmeyer. Spins right past the defender, Oscar Martinez, and swivels it up and in with the right hand. 19 points, a season high for Wallmeyer. 51-48 Eagles, 5:40 left. Nightingale the other way on the drive, beats the defender, right-handed scoop shot off glass, good. Nightingale with 18, back and forth we go, 51-50 Eagles. Vaughn to Myers. Myers, top of the key, Wetter. Wetter starts at left with the dribble, hands off to Vaughn. Vaughn to Wallmeyer, top of the key. And we have a whistle and a foul away from the ball on Ryan Myers. Myers trying to post up Nightingale, called for a foul away from the ball. Myers is third, and now Ulysses can regain the lead with 5:20 to play. And Lance Walker is at the scorer's table. Checking in, replacing Torres. Here come the Tigers, chance to regain the advantage. Martinez to the right wing for Rosales. Out to the top of the key, Nightingale. Rush giving him a wide berth. Nightingale, lefty drive, stops, lobs, Walker, short corner left, kick out to the wing, Rosales a three. Too strong, rebounded by Vaughn for Colby. 5 minutes to go, Eagle ball with a 1-point lead. Up the left side is Vaughn, unguarded. To the top of the arc, right wing pass, Ryan Myers. Driving with the right hand. His defender fell down on the step back. Lob to the high post. It's Wallmeyer. Double team. He kicks out to Shane Puckett. Now Vaughn back to Wallmeyer at the foul line. To Myers. Right corner. Three-pointer on the way. In and out. And a foul on Jaron Rush on the rebound. That's 4 on Jaron. And only 4 on the Eagles in the half. 4:41 to go. And once again, Ulysses can take the lead with this possession. Another tight one. These two teams have played some close ones, and those games have not generally favored either of these teams so far this year. Martinez lost the handle on the dribble, diving his Puckett. He couldn't grab it. Martinez picked it back up, feeds Scott low block right, and his double pump layup gives Ulysses the lead, 52-51. That's a bad break. I thought Puckett was on that loose ball, but it squirted away from him and right back to Martinez somehow. Colby ball down by 1. Wallmeyer on the high post. Kicks out to Rush, top of the key. Right wing to Myers. Myers to Wallmeyer up top. Hands off to Vaughn on the wing. Vaughn had a look, didn't want it. Keeping the dribble alive is Vaughn. Stops high left. Finds Rush, top of the key. Rush hands to Myers. Deliberate possession here for Colby, down 1. Wallmeyer on the drive, takes his defender to the basket, and lays it up and in as Scott fell down. 21 points for Peyton Wallmeyer, 53-52 Eagles, 3:40 left. Martinez feeding the cutter. It's Scott down the lane, left layup, good foul. He went right by Shane Puckett. And now it's Ben Scott, who averages just 2 points a game with 9 for Ulysses and a chance to put him up by 2 at the free throw line. Team foul number 5 is Puckett's second, and he's replaced by Jacob Wetter. Colby going back to the 2 big lineup here against the 1 big lineup of Ulysses, and that 1 big still playing with 4 fouls. Scott gets the free throw to drop. He's got 10. 55-53 Ulysses. 3:30 to go here in Ulysses. Wetter, high post right. Lobbing underneath, catching is Wallmeyer. He's all alone to lay it in with the right hand. It's too easy for Peyton Wallmeyer. He's got 23. We're tied at 55. Pass down low, tipped away by Wallmeyer, intended for the cutting Rosales, and the loose ball to Myers. Colby can regain the lead here with 3:10 left. Wallmeyer, high post, feeds a cutter Myers. Head fake, layup, good with the right hand. Ryan Myers with 18. Colby back in front, 57-55. Nightingale the other way, driving on Rush. Tough angle runner from the right. Misses short, rebounded by Peyton Wallmeyer. Nightingale thought he got fouled, but no whistle. Chris Wagner, his coach, also thought there was a foul. Wetter, high post right, on the drive. Across the lane to Wallmeyer, back out for Vaughn. Now Myers left corner. Thought about the 3, puts it on the deck instead. Myers, now on the drive, he carried it. Carrying violation on Ryan Myers. With 2:32 to go, Colby turns it over for a 10th time. You hear Alvarado checking in for Ben Scott. Chris Wagner putting a little muscle in there. Alvarado 6 foot, but he was a second-team All-GWAC tight end, trying to put some muscle in the post to defend Colby. Eagles with the lead, 57-55. Tigers with the basketball. Rosales left wing, thought about the deep 3, instead feeds Nightingale right side. Nightingale driving on Rush. Step back, pull up long 2 on the way, in and out. Rebounded by Wallmeyer for Colby. And again, Nightingale thought he got fouled. He's trying to foul Rush out of the game. Colby ball with a 2-point advantage, 57-55. Wallmeyer high post right, facing away from the basket. Alvarado on him, nearly stripped from behind by Rosales, instead a pass to Rush. Now Vaughn, right wing. To Wallmeyer, top of the key. He swivels and finds Myers left side. Back around to the right wing for Jaron Rush with 1:50 to go. Handoff between Rush, or rather Wallmeyer and Myers, and Nightingale going for the steal, picks up the foul. That's his fourth. And Ryan Myers will shoot the double bonus. 1:46 to go. 2 big free throws coming for Myers. First try for the senior. Right-handed release. Swish. As pure as the driven snow. Chance to make it a 2-possession game here. The free throw on the way. He got them both. And Colby takes time. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break with 1:46 to play. Colby 59, Ulysses 55. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. .146 to play in the fourth quarter here in Ulysses. Colby with a 4-point lead, 59-55. They're on a 6-0 run. Ulysses ball left to right as you listen, coming out of the timeout. Oscar Martinez and Ryan Nightingale bringing it up. Nightingale with the dribble. Quick right wing pass for Jesse Rosales, who's had a hot hand from behind the arc. He pitches to Martinez deep in the quarter. Down low to Lance Walker. Double teamed on the post. Kick out up top. Poked away and stolen. Jaron Rush on the steal. Rush on the break. Stops. Head faked and he traveled. He took a little bunny hop step and traveled before the layup. Almost a huge play by Rush. Instead, it's back-to-back turnovers. 1:28 to go, and we're right where we were out of the timeout. Martinez up top for Nightingale. Rush on him. Nightingale on the drive with the right hand. Into the paint he goes. Right-handed runner, good off the glass. Good little hesitation step, and Rush went by him. Nightingale has 20. Colby's lead is 2, 59-57. 70 seconds left in regulation. Colby played overtime on Tuesday night. They'd love to avoid it again here tonight. Wallmeyer with the dribble, spins, nearly walked himself as he collided with a teammate. Able to pass away to Ryan Myers, who takes his dribble out behind the volleyball line with 53 seconds. Myers lounge for Wallmeyer. Back to the cutter Myers. Myers across the post. Jacob Wetter loses it. It's stolen by Alvarado. The other way comes Ulysses. A chance to tie or take the lead. And then Alvarado lost the dribble. It was poked away by Rush. It's out of bounds off of Jaron Rush. Ulysses ball with 40 seconds left, inbounding in front of their own bench. Alvarado, the trigger man, finds Nightingale, top of the key, driving with the left hand into the paint. Right-handed runner, short, rebound to Wallmeyer for Colby with 35 seconds. Vaughn in the backcourt. Down the left side of the floor with the left hand, all the way into the left corner, now peels back to the right. And a timeout taken by Colby. Parker McKee wants 30 seconds to talk it over. We'll keep it here with 26 seconds to go. Colby with a 59-57 advantage. Ryan Nightingale's had a big night, 20 points. But that right-handed teardrop from the left side of the lane was a little short. And Wallmeyer, who has to be close to a double-double, he does have a game-high 23 points. Snared the big rebound for the Eagles. From my vantage point, I can't see the possession arrow. I think it belongs to Colby. I don't think we've had a change of possession here in the fourth quarter. Colby is in the double bonus, so any Ulysses foul gives them 2 free throws. The Eagles are 16 of 28 from the line tonight. Jaron Rush inbounding in front of his own bench, being guarded by Jesse Rosales. Into the backcourt, finds Hunter Vaughn. Nightingale up on him. He doesn't want to foul out. And now the foul is given by Ben Scott with 21 seconds left. He fouls Vaughn out near the top of the key. That's Scott's first. 2 free throws coming for Hunter Vaughn. He's 1 for 2 tonight. First try. Gets the roll. That restores a 3-point advantage. This one is the biggie to make it a 2-possession game. The sophomore releases. Too strong. Long rebound to Nightingale. 60-57 Colby. Down to 18 seconds. Walker, high left with 15. Lance Walker, step back 3 over Wetter. In and out. Rebounded by Vaughn with 10 seconds, and he's fouled by Ben Scott. It was always going to be Lance Walker with the ball in his hands. The first team All-GWAC player from last year took a deep 3 from the left wing with Wetter challenging, and it did not stay down. And now Hunter Vaughn has 2 more chances at the free throw line to make it a 2-possession game with 9.8 seconds left. First try for Hunter. Swish. That was the one he had to have. A double bonus. Second opportunity coming for Hunter Vaughn. On the way. And he gets the bounce. 62-57. Colby by 5, and it's a full timeout for Ulysses. We'll take a 1-minute break with 9.8 seconds to go. You're listening to Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Colby 9 8/10 of a second away from a road victory over Ulysses. They lead 62-57. That timeout was actually called by Colby. Ulysses still has 1 left. Inbound, fumbled away by Nightingale. Steal by Wetter. Away to Rush. With 5 seconds, he's fouled. And Nightingale gives the foul. That's his 5th. He's fouled out. Nightingale on the run across the floor left to right, and he just took his eye off the ball and fumbled it right to Jacob Wetter. Torres checks in for Nightingale, who finishes tonight with 20 points. Jaron Rush to the line, trying to get into the score sheet tonight. His first free throw on the way, and it swishes home. It's good to see from Jaron, who'd been 3 of 14 from the line coming in. And Colby's done a much better job at the line tonight now, 20 of 33, pending the second free throw try. Jaron missed off the back rim. Rebounded by Walker with 4 seconds with 3, with 2. Walker, left wing, pulls up, shoots a 3. It's off the mark, and that's the ball game. The Colby Eagles win it in Ulysses. They had lost 18 of 22 to the Tigers, but for the second straight year, they win in Ulysses, and they win it by 6 tonight. And in a welcome change from Tuesday night in Goodland, the Eagles finish strong and close the game down the stretch. They win it 63-57. They end the game on a 10-2 run in the final 2.5 minutes. We'll be back with the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. You've been listening to Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride, KRDQ Colby. Would you please? Yes.